and roll. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Sleepy Boy and the Altar's Den. Holiday special.
Hello.
No.
How are we all doing, by the way? Seriously, I know we're recording this on Christmas Eve just to give some context. I don't know about you all, but I am like partially brain dead. And it's like, what is wrong with this picture?
It's fine. I'm doing good. Earlier, not so much, but anyways.
Oh no.
Doing amazing. Absolutely.
Music. Music.
Last minute wake up calls.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we don't have
shitty.
any music. Yeah.
Oh, that's
last minute.
probably. I can fix that.
Last minute wake up calls. Late night. Up last night doing last minute Christmas things, decorating, all kinds of fun stuff. Wrapping
Yeah.
presents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah.
no,
Can't really do any sort of Christmas shenanigans past what I've already done.
Yeah.
My family, we're very weird with the holidays this year. Where like
Mhm.
I'm actually teaching my family D&D tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow it's like, okay, we're gonna finish home renovations. My space is getting the popcorn ceiling retired. Clear out your shit.
Congrats.
Ceilings.
It's like, on the one hand, it's like, yay. On the other hand, it's like, shit. I need my computer. I need my beep boops.
Yep.
It's fine though.
My
With
computer
that,
just shut up. That's great.
oh yay! Well, good thing we're starting slow because it gives you time for your computer to wake the fuck up.
It's fine. I trust Luna to move me around.
Speaking of which, for audience sake, why don't we go through quick character introductions first, and then we can dive into last time and present moment. For the sake of things, Belza, you want to go first?
Hi, I'm Belza. I'm the party barbarian. Do we have to do character descriptions yet? We've done this in the advanced girly pop.
No, you're good. You're good. Just a quick little summary, which you've done. That's enough to work with.
Hi, I'm the party problem.
Yay, party problem. Next, Key, aka Crease.
Yeah. Pixie Druid, but currently she's disguised and looking more like an elf.
Beautiful. These are good elevator pitches. MJ, aka Kilara.
I'm playing Kilara, the other party problem. I'm the fighter with the big ass boomerang.
Yay. And last but not least, Bear, aka Silas.
And I'm Silas. I am the party's problem.
You're the
No
party
ifs
dad.
and or buts about it. And party dad. This is going well.
And my name is Z Orteris, and I am the goddess of this world. Anyway, for the sake of things, when we last left off, you all had been introduced to your new employer. Somebody that looks to be mixed like a human / fox, goes by the name of the Tender, and you've been welcomed to a place known as the Altar's Den. After various wibbly-wobbly shenanigans, where you may or may not have fought a bugbear king with a goblin stuff in a sewer, found the priest, and also a gator that was on vacation. Eventually found out that your job was to collect magical keys that may or may not have gone stolen throughout the world. And your first one was at a familiar destination to two people, Lexa and Belza. Needing you guys to go into an old retiring casino dealing with a bunch of crazy crime lord shit. That also included Silas pretty much saying, fuck revenge vendettas, I just want to fuck with Belza.
It wasn't like that.
Uh-huh.
It was I'm tired of Bill's shit and I want to get our due.
Well, you got your due, as the dude ended up getting away. And also, you all collected 2 new keys.
3.
Technically 3, if we include the one that was at the beginning. The one that you first got from your first mission, the key of the giant. And then 2 new ones, the key of the expert, and the key of the tavern.
Do we want to explain where those 2 keys went?
I'm about to pull up the juicy goodness about those now.
Sweet.
First off, just to confirm, who took the key of the expert?
Kilara's got the key of the expert.
Excellent. So for Kilar, the key of the expert has a few specific goodies. Number 1, you get a +1 to any stat, or +2 to your dex, with a max of 22. Number 2, you get to add expertise to one skill of your choice. And last but not least, number 3, whichever one you chose to have expertise in, you have advantage on that skill check.
Awesome.
As for the key of the tavern, memory serves, Silas took that key, yes?
That is correct.
Here are the benefits for you. Just like the first one, +1 in any stat or +2 to your charisma, max 22. You have proficiency or expertise in one of the 3 charisma skills. Translating, if you want something that you don't have proficiency in, you can give yourself proficiency. If you already have proficiency in something you want to up it to expertise, you can up it to expertise. And last but not least, it counts as a spellcasting focus, with 5 charges that allow you to cast a set number of spells, where as you level up, you'll get access to more spells. So, for example, Silas, if memory serves right now, you have access to potentially 2nd level spells?
Yes.
Then in that case, these spells you have access to pull from your key. Command, Sleep, Calm Emotions, and Suggestion. With all of those spells, if it requires a saving throw, whoever has to do them does them at disadvantage.
Ooh.
I got the magic.
The only catch is it does work like a magic item, charges and such. So for example, if you want to cast a level 1 spell, you will burn 1 charge. If you want to cast a level 2 spell, you'll burn 2 charges. Once there's no more charges, that's all you got for a bit until you get a certain amount of recharges after a long rest.
Okay.
Make sense?
Let me double check on that though, because I said yes with a question mark on the 2nd level spells.
Okay.
I will get back to you on that.
All good. As you know, some of this is flexible, so if we need to adapt, we can. With that, though, let's get into tonight's story.
Okay, I can cast 2nd level. We're good.
Okay. Worst case scenario, if you weren't yet, it's literally like when you level up to get 2nd level spells, you would have access to them then. And I'll go and tell you, I also have 3rd, 4th, and 5th level spells for you.
Ooh.
But we'll get to them when you get access to them. But to start things off, who remembers what I asked some of y'all to do at the end of the session last time?
Roll a d20.
Close the door.
Well, that's one thing, but Luna remembered proper to roll a d20. I had Silas and Belza roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Belza,
Yeah.
you have a great night's sleep
Ominous.
until you have a dream of whirring snow and screams of help, desperate pleas for salvation that maybe you couldn't supply because you had a due to pay and money to collect. And those voices build and grow, but you keep doing what you do, trudging through that snow and that dark. And suddenly you hear one voice that you choose not to ignore, the voice of your sister. And when you turn to look, the last voice you hear is the sound of an old man laughing, with one thing that comes through before you snap wake in a cold sweat. How about we make a deal, honey? And then you bolt up awake. Hello.
She's immediately looking to her side for her sister.
She's asleep. No harm, no foul.
Settle back down to try and sleep. Probably uneasy.
You don't have any other things for the rest of the night. Silas, you're fine. With that,
Another
though,
dream, wandering through the dark, misty alleyways of home.
the next day comes around and what am I? No, this is not the right Weasel music. It's holidays. That's better.
That's better.
You guys wake up the next day, coming into the altar's den, seeing that there's a few little lights that are kind of set up around. Somehow it's impressive that half of them are stuck in the gelatinous cube that's kind of scraping the floor. But they did their best. And the tender's kind of just sitting up front with cups of coffee and such.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Is this this gelatinous cube much like a cat when you set up for Christmas, and that you set up all the the tree and all these decorations and everything else, but the cat just can't keep itself from like knocking things over, climbing up into the tree? In this case, because it's a slime, mentally I imagine it scooting up to the tree, and it reaches out like a pseudopod, knocks down some of the ornaments. It's got a string light stuck in it, and it's pulling away the string lights. Like, how chaotic is this thing right now?
It's that level of, apparently, you can probably wager that the tender has asked for assistance with things to set up the place for the holiday. But the catch is, it's a gelatinous cube setting up decorations. So everything, and I mean fucking everything, has just this little tinge of gelatinous goo on it.
Oh, lovely.
The sentient jello is trying to help.
The sentient jello is doing their best. But yeah, and you'll see the tender probably sitting, like, looking at that, being like, that was not my brightest strategy at 2 in the morning.
At least everything's set up.
Morning.
Uh-huh. And you have no idea how much shit I had to tear down.
Need help reaching anything?
No, it's fine. We've got it. Easy enough. It's not like we get too many guests anyway. Especially during the holiday.
Fair enough.
So what are you all up to anyway? Anything special? Are you looking for work, or... I don't know. What do you do during your spare time anyway?
Sleep. And then journal.
Man, you're no fun.
Drink. Brawl. Been, actually teaching Kalara a little bit of language stuff.
Ooh. It's a little bit more entertaining. Say, Silas, you should learn from them.
Well,
What's that?
language learning wouldn't be a bad idea.
They're actually a quick study, unlike me.
Speaking of, Kilara hasn't come out of their room yet.
Oh.
They're kind of slow to come to.
So what's Kilara doing in the room besides having a little bit of a sleep-in time?
I think Kilara, after the last day's events, because this is the next day, yes?
Yeah, it's the next day, maybe 2 days tops.
Okay. Like, Kilara spent some time with Belza, but right now Kilara's kind of got some things going on mentally that they are trying to either figure out for themselves or figure out how to approach everybody about. That little things that bothered them, and they're kind of keeping their space from everybody except probably Belza, who we've been practicing language.
Y'all been having the battle buddy system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Kilara's a little bit late to rise, or not rise necessarily, but late to come out, and is just kind of not in a meditative thought necessarily, but is kind of doing that thing where, like, just kind of sitting on their bed maybe with their legs crossed for a while, just kind of thinking about things. Eyes kind of do that, like, dart around the room. You're kind of looking at the corners of the room and really inspecting where you are in a room, and because it's kind of unfamiliar too.
just for that, make me a perception check.
Oh, cool. Will do.
And
14.
okay.
Yeah.
So with that, I'll say you do kind of feel this weird vibe for a moment that you're being watched.
I feel like I'm being watched, but I don't see the source of what's watching me.
Do you want to look around?
Yes. Yes, I
This is
do.
the opportunity. So you get up and you kind of walk around the room a little bit, and at first you're like, what's there to look at? There's no eye or anything. The door's closed. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I should be alone. And then you pass by this little bedside mirror.
Okay.
It's one of the few extra pieces of flair in your room.
Mm-hmm.
Most all the rooms are pretty they're nice, but they're fairly generic.
Okay.
This one mirror is one of the few exceptions. And you kind of pass it in just the right moment, and you swear you see eyes inside that aren't yours.
Oh, I stop. I'll run over to the thing, pick it up, and do that quick inspection. You're tilting it all over, you're looking behind it, you're doing all the things just really rapidly, giving it a good once over at least.
So it's nothing, 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 20 sets of eyes, nothing, nothing, nothing.
Okay. I don't suppose. Well, here's the thing. If I sit here and ruminate on this while everyone's out there, I take a little bit longer, but I have a new ability I could channel right now.
What do you want to try?
in theory. I have a ability. Let me pull it up. It is called right here, Hunter's Mysticism. With Hunter's Mysticism, your study of the supernatural gives you a limited ability to use magic. You can cast Detect Magic as a ritual. So with that, I kind of visualize it as less an ability to cast like a normal caster would. I see it much more as my nose being in touch with all these magical things around me and just having keen senses and having just being the kind of creature that I am. I'm starting to get that vibe. I can almost smell some sort of sense, some sort of aura, something pouring off it, and I follow that trail. Maybe the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, stuff like that.
So, as you're kind of inspecting it a little bit longer, you realize that the mirror has a similar effect as to the doors, but a very kind of specific mean.
Okay.
You don't get anything bad from a bad aura from the watching. It's just watching. In fact, just for funsies, roll me a sleight of hand check.
Oh. All the rolls today. Oof, that's an 8.
Yeah, no dice. You keep trying to get that right angle again to see I want to see what the fuck's looking at me, but you can't get it.
Is there a drawer in this room?
Yeah, there's a little nightstand with a drawer.
I shove the mirror in the drawer
You
with
have-
a grumble.
You have lost eye privileges.
Yeah. No one's watching me sleep. That's weird. All right.
Suddenly, the bunny village is sad that they don't have the view of their god.
They can suffer. They can suffer, I tell you. No, maybe later I'll figure it out. I'll become the bunny god. All right. Or is it like the Men in Black, the civilization in a locker?
I can neither confirm nor deny
Oh,
until it
God.
happens.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
the locker scene is funny though.
I have become the god of the
silly.
goblins in that one small room, and now I will become the bunny god. Kilara, god of 2 people. All right. I will. That'll go to Kilara's head, no problem. I'm going to leave the room finally in a little bit of a huff.
Yeah, you open up and it's just be like, let me guess. You smelled the coffee finally.
Morning.
Smelled something. Hi, Belza. Good to see you.
Good to
What?
I will walk out and I'll plop down, I guess, next to Belza and grab the coffee. Do that thing where you kind of retract your legs up. Maybe I perch on the seat rather than actually sitting on it. So I'm just kind of perched and almost L-like, and I'm holding the cup of coffee. And I look straight at... I'm just, like, glaring over at Tender.
If I didn't know better, you want to ask me on a date?
No. Guess again. I take a sip of my coffee.
You want to give me
I
a
am
foot rub?
too tired for this. I thought you said kiss, not giss.
You want to give me a foot rub?
No. Guess again.
Meanwhile, he's just slowly sipping the coffee, getting a good chuckle out of this.
Oh, I know. You're having a pissy fit about the laws of reality in this space and the doors.
Something like that. What's with the mirrors?
Ooh.
Mirror.
So
On
you
that
found
one-
you found those, huh?
On that point, he just mirrors? Huh?
Silas will perk up as well.
I found one on the bedside, and when I took a look at it, I noticed there was something. I didn't know what. Something looking back at me.
Yeah. So, a little bit of a more educational summary, something that you'll all be satisfied with. She kind of goes under the counter and pulls out another one of these small mirrors. And it's like, the Altar's Den is technically a location that's everywhere, but equal parts nowhere. We're kind of in the middle of a lot of crazy shit. But because of that, and the way magic works, we sometimes get little moments where the view inside is visible. It becomes kind of a one-way deal. Or sometimes even the other way, where you get to see something, but they don't. But yeah, so sometimes just that right moment in time and space happens, and she'll tilt the mirror just the right way towards you, Kilara, and you'll see a bunch of little bunnies sitting in the Arctic, and they're just looking up and being like, "This is here!" And you just hear like 20 some odd rabbits cheering.
And they're actual rabbits, or are they rabbit people?
They're actually Haragon, to be precise.
Oh! Okay. Huh. Wow. They got a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, they do. I don't know why, for some reason, we're currently getting a lot of visitors from Icewind Dale through these things. But you know, I'm not arguing it. It's fine. And then it's like, she turns the mirror to go outside again. You just hear a bunch of people like,
I watch the mirror go away and kind of flashing my eyes between it and Tender, and I go back to my coffee and sip, still kind of like looking through suspicious eyes, like, okay, I just don't look them watching me. What if I'm dressing or something?
yeah,
Normal
again,
people, when they come to that scenario, just put a rag over the mirror.
Yeah, and to be fair, this is one of those issues where I've been working on that for years and still haven't figured out how to at least get the windows and mirrors to stop doing that shit. Doors,
Oh,
easy to
it's
control.
the windows too.
Windows and mirrors, yes, they're a bitch.
What about if you smash a mirror? Figure that what happens there yet?
Let's just say the last person to try that didn't end up well and looks at the blob.
At that point, he's just kind of like, oh, so that's how you got the Roomba.
Yeah. Again, that whole idea about remember rule number 2. Don't leave a door open, for there be consequences for arrivals that shouldn't be. Yeah, that's what happened to this little baby.
But you made inference that he smashed a mirror.
Uh-huh. He was like, you know what? I want to go into this place, so I'm going to break the mirror and see if that's the way I can get inside. Consequences.
That
Oh.
I
by the way, like, Belza is probably at the end just hunched up like an angry-looking cat. She's not standing up straight like she normally is. She just tail's kind of wagging, agitated as she's sipping on coffee.
Oh, you too, huh?
So we have the
Oh.
person sitting like Ellen, the person who's sitting like she just had a really shitty sleep.
Ah,
I don't know what's wrong with y'all today. Seriously.
I'm just waking up.
Holidays.
Angry.
Fuck the holiday.
You
did
know
you
what?
say angry or hangry?
Hangry.
Ah, can we get some food, please?
Oh yeah, that can be easily fixed. I'll be right back. And she's gonna step away using a key to get into one of the back rooms. And you guys are alone for a moment.
Okay.
Anything you guys want to talk about?
So I was
Um,
just gonna sip coffee.
You'd probably be like, normally holidays stops. Right, can't go back.
Can't go back to what?
And just kind of, technically banished from home?
That's rough, buddy.
Then I've looked on every map there is of this Faerun, and I can't find my home anywhere. So I guess same boat, same ship.
And just kind of a moment of like, just kind of nodding, just kind of, we both have the kind of short end of the stick.
I ain't going home,
Hmm.
no way, no how.
And
I
just
mean,
kind
as far as from what I've seen last outing, yeah, your home sucks.
My home sucks. I mean, it's fun sometimes, but it sucks.
Don't want to get pinned between two minotaurs again. That was really rough.
That
just
sounds
like
like
rub
a
my
very rough
shoulders.
time.
that moment of just like, do we not talk about the fact of one of them came back alive?
Why? He's doing his own thing in that place, and not bothering us.
The squid face probably had a snack. It's fine.
Bit of a like giggle and just kind of like, wonder how many of the guild people it took out.
Probably enough.
The Drow are usually smart enough to get the fuck out of the way. It's the others who probably got dicked.
Point still stands.
They're criminals.
Oh, that would have been a nice fact to know before going in.
I told you. Don't fuck with them.
That was
You said
said
don't
for
fuck
a
them.
reason.
You didn't infer who they were.
That they were dangerous people that you shouldn't fuck with? No shit.
That doesn't. We deal with a lot of dangerous people who aren't exactly criminals. That doesn't necessarily narrow it down, Belza.
Oh yeah, no, those were big time criminals.
Oh, that's lovely. Wow, that would have been nice to know. I am now fully awake.
Suffer!
He's off the side getting a good
Suffer?
chuckle.
No! Fuck you!
Fuck you!
No. I would say fuck you. Again, but you already got fucked.
You just got a
Like, I guess
middle
picture-
finger, she's sipping her coffee.
But like between while these two are doing this, Key just like quietly to Alexa, just kind of a, how soon before they're either kissing and making up or other things.
Honestly, I'd say 50-50, but more likely, hopefully Silas won't come back in the body bag.
It's just kind of a, fair enough.
But about that time, the Tinder will kind of come back out. In this case, kind of a holiday festive thing. You can actually hear the sounds like a roaring kitchen in the back. And from beside you see sugar-cured hams, sugared plums, a few cookies. Looks to be very festive. And probably coming in about the whole time of fuck you, no fuck you. She's like, you know what I think you all need?
Hmm.
Y'all need a team building experience.
Oh.
And just kind of a head tilt. And where would be a good spot for that? Or
Well,
time, I guess?
well, the time can be any time, since technically we're in any time. But to be more precise, how about, it is technically Midwinter. I'm pretty sure where you all are from, they're doing some festival or something. They always are.
Hey.
Why don't you all just go there and spend time for the day? Hang out, get to know each other, play some games, have some drinks. Be normal.
Oh, and let us share our life stories and talk about each other from what we remember of the good old days. Really not spare any details. Is that right, Belza?
Eat shit.
Through all of this,
When I
Kilara,
wear a maid dress, sure.
through all of this, Kilara just has this agitated tail wag, which, by the way, I have specified, but I haven't necessarily pulled attention to. Kilara has a little tail, a little hyena tail, and it's doing that thing, when like animals, like they're slightly agitated, like if you're rubbing the wrong spot or whatever, and their tail kind of does that little agitated twitch.
Gets a little twitchy.
Yeah, they're kind of doing that this entire time that they're having the back and forth. They're just
Why
kind
do
of
Mom and
grumbly in the
Dad
coffee.
keep fighting? I'm kidding. But yeah,
It's
she's like, seriously, go, take a day. I'm not gonna have the intel for the next mission anyway for another couple of weeks. Just, go have a normal life for a bit. What, do you need an allowance from Mom?
That one just kind of like a...
Oh, free money on the table? By all means, let's take it.
He's just kind of, if it's just going to be fun and games and everything's supplied by the town, no issues.
She'll kind of just give a smirk and like, you know what? What? Fuck not. She'll go kind of fidget around in her pockets and she pulls out a small little pouch. And she'll toss it to Key.
It just kind of why me exactly?
Because Silas has enough shit. And I don't trust that smirk on his face.
And that one's
What
just kind of like,
smart.
okay, so how much is in the bag, by the way?
If you open it up, you see there's about 20 gold inside.
He's just kind of look at it, look back. You sure it's okay to have this? Like, really questioning why?
Only use it for food and drink. Got it?
And just kind of like, grabs it, keeps the pouch separate from her actual gold, and just kind of, got it.
Now, seriously, go, have a life, have fun. Actually, you know what? Hey, Lexa, can I borrow you? Little baby here made a mess, and just having an extra hand with prestidigitation would definitely not hurt. She'll just kind of give us a shrug, like, I mean, sure, why not?
Oh,
No
go for it.
offense, festival's not my vibe anyway.
Alright, anything you want me to pick up while I'm out, sis?
You find any good spice mixes? Bring them back. I'll make you some fresh cookies.
You got it. And she gives a little more gentler of a hug.
Yeah. Go have fun, alright?
Can do. Come on, asshole. Gonna politely bop him on the back of the head as she passes. And Kilara, you can hear very faintly in Infernal, she's muttering something.
Can I pick up on it?
Should it be
Leave it to DMs for the moment, but if anything, if you can do me a favor and also send it to me so I know what's going on.
yeah.
Okay.
But I will say while you're doing that, you guys get up. Whoever has the shop key, I believe Silas does, can use that to get your ease of access back to Waterdeep. And as you arrive, we're gonna change our music here a second.
On the way out, just to clarify, Kilara, as they finish their coffee, turns and just drops the coffee cup so that it lands in the gelatinous cube.
And the tinder's just gonna give a little bit of a sigh, like, God damn it.
Hey, it'll clean the cup. Better be quick though.
I'm doing a lot of fucking things. Anyway, as you guys kind of make your way out and enter the front door of the 13 Lives toy store, you are greeted with a little bit of a chill in the air, unlike where you were. You see, in this case, pardon me as I make some adjustments. Nard, you are not here. Go that way.
Aw, I like Bernard.
I know, don't worry, you'll probably see him later.
Ah, yay!
And a very excited smaller cat that you all met last session that's pawing up at the window. And Carl with a sad little Santa hat on that looks to be extra droopy.
Morning.
Ugh, hi. And in fact, as you kind of processing who you guys are, the pupils dilate a little bit, and it's like, it's fucking you.
It's us.
Wow, that's such a lovely greeting.
And
He'll
it's
just
You
kind of
greet everyone so what's the word? Vitriolic?
You left a dead body in my fucking store.
To be honest, did not expect him to die.
meanwhile,
He was very healthy when I left him.
He was batshit crazy, screaming.
while this is going on, Key's probably looking over at like Bill, just going, "What's going on with that one?"
He wants to go to the festival, but somebody who was supposed to take them left. Cutscene.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Cutscene to Bernard sitting at one of the little game booths shooting things, giddy, as there's a line behind him. And it's like, sir, someone else has to go. One more time.
He's so cute.
Well, that's unfortunate. Hmm.
You know what else is
If you really-
unfortunate?
Yes.
He picks up Bill and puts him in your arms. He's your problem.
I'm sorry, what?
Pay me back for the dead body. Now I've explained to City Watch why the fuck there's a dead body in my store. But just take him to the fucking festival.
Fine.
Do not lose
Is the
sight of
whole-
him. He's a fucking little mischief maker.
Do you have a leash?
No.
And on this point, Key'd probably be like, "Hand him over to me."
Looks at Key. Looks
She's
at
got, like,
Bill,
got, like-
was it?
Yes, Bill.
she's got like her hands out, like just calmly hands out this like big smile of like, "Please."
Silas is going to look at Bill and assess his age?
Make me an insight check.
21?
You don't fully know. I mean, you can tell he's young. Because, I mean, for goodness sakes, he has those really big eyes, and he's really a lot smaller than his other family. But at the same time, he is so fucking fluffy. And, like, literally, there's, like, your forearms are, like, engulfed by this little baby's fluff.
Well, he's not young, but certainly impressionable. Here you go, Key. Hands off Bill to her.
When Bill gets put in her hand, she's just kind of like hugs, kind of like cuddles into like top of the head, like he's soft, fluffy.
I would say this is adorable, but after the last time this little thing got out,
I will say, as you do that kind of hug,
And she's just kind of like, "Ah."
just
All
kind
right,
of
now
gives a
that is-
happy face and little paw wiggles.
that is adorable. Alright, let's take him to the festival.
Go have fun. And seriously,
Any-
do not let them go off.
We'll keep our sharpest eyes on him.
All right, but yeah, you guys head out and you go to the festival, which, as you kind of walk around the city streets, compared to when you were last there, snow's starting to become more of a common occurrence. You see more frequent snowfall. There's a lot more activity, people bundled up, but you can also see some of the festive lights and such that are filling the space. Eventually, though, you make it to the merchant area, which is where all the games are. And you see, like, some performances, various stalls of food and drinks and such. And, of course, games.
Lovely.
With my question being, what do you guys want to do?
Look or watch the cat.
Like, he would definitely be like looking at the games, kind of like, okay, which one is what, and like, how many of these would she even be willing to do, if any?
Let's talk about the games for a split second here. The games are based on skills. So depending what skills you have would determine, or, will determine the types of games. So there's one for each of the main 6 types: strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. And you can also see, as you're walking around, a little prize booth. And you see various little toys and trinkets and such. I will also say, just having fun with the hunter's mysticism and our casters here, you can tell that some of them are magic items as well.
Ooh. All right. Kilara has never been to a full festival. Maybe they were aware that festivals and things exist and happen. Maybe they had a brush by, but they've never actually been to one. Never had a chance to go to one. Maybe like when they were a kid, they were a bit rambunctious and snuck out at night. And when they did, maybe they like stole some stuff from a festival booth or something, but never actually got to go to one proper.
Well, you're getting your chance now.
Yeah. I will start looking around and perusing the games and scoping out something maybe dexterity or strength based.
All right. So with that, then, we'll go ahead and we're not going to do initiative. I'm just going to give each of you guys a shot, but we will start with you, Kilar.
Oh.
Since you said strength or dex, there are 2 games to choose from. For strength, you actually, in our world, you know those wreck a car things they do sometimes? Where like pay $1 and smack a car?
Yeah.
There's one of those, but with ice sculptures.
Ooh.
It's like you get the whole little hammer, and there's like a statue of a beholder, there's a statue of a big bugbear, there's a statue of a dragon, and it's like you get to go up, you get to do 3 hits, and pending how much ice you get to fall off will determine how many tickets you get for prizes.
Ooh.
As for dexterity, it's your classic shooting game.
You
You see a bunch of little statues up, and you get like this little rubber band crossbow gun.
Okay. I guess I would tug at Belza's arm and get Belza's attention and be like, "Hey, I think I found something that looks like fun.
Ooh,
You in?"
hell yeah, I am.
Come on. And I'll lead. I don't know if I'm leading the whole party or if I'm just leading Belza, but I'll lead us towards the strength-based game.
Are the rest of you following along?
Would be following. Q would be making sure, Bill's still in our arms the entire time.
Yeah, easy enough. That Bill's just kind of sitting, like, fairly content. You feel a little bit of a vibration on your chest.
Probably at that point, Q just be like, "You want to try this as well, Bill? Or you good?"
Kind of looks at the ice sculptures, shakes its head.
Oh.
Side to side or up and down?
Side to side.
And just kind of, okay, well, we can always watch them.
Nods enthusiastically. He kind of just enjoys looking with big eyes.
Hey.
So for Kilara and Belza, here's what I need. For the sake of things, each of you make me 1 athletics check.
Okay.
The idea being the better the roll, the higher the roll is, the more tickets you get.
Oh,
Not great.
25.
Yeah, Belza, you kind of lose your grip on the hammer at first because it's kind of smaller than you were expecting. And it's just like, shit, you end up like punching the ice with your fist. It's like, motherfucker.
She's still a little hangry, so she's
Yeah.
still a little rough.
Kilara, though, you get a clean hit on this beholder. You knock off like 3 of the ice stalks and they just kind of clatter on the ground.
Hey, nice shot.
Yeah, I took a little inspiration from you yesterday. You hit like a freight truck.
Little bit.
And for funsies, both of you make me one more athletics check.
Okay. I guess I wouldn't know what a freight truck is. I guess I would say a freight wagon or something.
A
Draft
freight
horse.
wagon.
I mean, draft horse, freight wagon, both of them would be oof.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Kilara, you end up like fracturing the center eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Belza, you finally get a good smack and you knock off one of the wings of the dragon.
Woo!
Hey!
Good job! Yeah.
High five.
You know, and everybody's enjoying themselves, and you end up coming back. Each of you end up getting, or actually, Kilara, you get 4 tickets. Belza, you get 3.
I will keep a ticket counter on my sheet. And I will say, as we receive the 4 tickets, I will try to speak. I will try to speak in Infernal, which is the language I chose that I've been working on with Belza, and I will try to say in very broken Infernal. I will say, yeah, I'm trying to think of how I would phrase this. I will try to say, yeah, we absolutely rocked that, but it's going to sound probably more like, yeah, Stones. Yeah,
Good.
Stones, good, we did, or something.
Oh,
Frick, just,
Like, you're
we
trying.
rocked that! Fuck yeah! And just, again, high five.
I high five back, yeah.
yeah. You know, that you guys can keep on going. Let's change gears for a moment. Key, what are you looking for?
You would probably be looking for more of like intellect guessing game kind of stuff.
Okay.
But at the same time, also kind of looking towards like Bill and just like anything you want to do.
Oh dear. Okay. So you got 2 options then with that. Option 1, if you're looking for more of an intelligence or wisdom game, you can actually see that there is this weird guessing game where there's like a goblin that's holding a chicken, or there's like a little chicken on a table, and it's like guess how many feathers on the chicken to win a prize.
Probably like looking to the rest of the party, just kind of like pointing to it. Wanna try? Also looking to Bill. Wanna try as well?
Kind of looks at it, and then they look over towards the yawning portal, where there's a bunch of food and drink, and you see the eyes get like very big and excited pause.
And it's just kind of like, food first, I guess? Looking to the rest, like, should we?
Sure. I could use a bite to eat.
I will say, as you walk over, you find out that it's not necessarily a go eat, have a good time. It's a food eating contest.
Oh.
It's just a moment of like
I'm starving.
looking at it, just kind of like, maybe. Looks up Bill. Want to join in?
Literally, like, you see, you actually feel a little pinch as the claws come out.
It's just kind of like, who else wants to join in on this? This little guy seems to want to.
Let's all go, yeah? How about it, huh, Bilza?
Hell yeah! Let's see,
I'll look
Mr.
I'll just stand and watch.
Not gonna put your money where your mouth is.
I did that. No, I won't. Have fun.
It's just kind of a Key going, well, if any of us lose and no one's there to watch the little fluff, as she's like kind of like lifting him up and down a bit in hands. it might be a good idea for one of us to sit out and keep an eye on from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. I'll do that.
All right. So you guys go over to the blah 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 blah. The yawning portal where you see that everything is set up pretty big, and there's actually a round of this contest that's happening already, and you get over there to find like the last person falls out, face full of blueberry pie filling, and you get the victory that goes, and they bring the next batch up, which includes you guys and Bill. And it is, to be precise, this time they have moved from pies to meat.
Okay.
But pretty much the idea of you lose when you tap out and or reversal of fate. And this is pretty simple. It is all con saves. With each round, the con saves getting harder and harder. In the event we have 2 people fall out the last round, whoever had the better con save wins. But with that, I need our first round of con saves for those that are playing.
All right. Not bad. Uh-oh.
That is a
Oh
weird...
no!
Sorry, I've got a weird angle on my dice. What the fuck, dice? No, seriously.
Decent.
Figure this out, Z.
Let's see. How bad is it?
What is this?
Reroll that. Fuck that.
My dice are drunk.
They are indeed.
It's the holidays. It's fine.
And to explain this to everybody else, putting this in chat space, figure that out.
What the fuck?
Even weirder because it showed a 7, but on Roll20 it's a nat 1. Go figure.
That is okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that one's much fucking better.
Okay. Damn, Bill.
Damn.
So, yeah, so all of you kind of get to the first one fine. Silas, you get the clearer look of how, like, everybody does it. Like, you see most people are in that focused, I'm gonna eat the shit out of this stuff. Meanwhile, Bill, with a whole hand that's about the size of the guy, just scuttles on top of it, and when it comes off of it, there's nothing but a bone.
Jesus.
Interesting.
Another round of con saves.
This guy's got teeth for days, must be.
Big
Holy
appetite.
Fuck, my shit is just... Hey, go key!
I was not expecting a nat 20 here, but okay.
Alright. Yeah, this time around, it's more seafood related. And, it's good stuff. Again, Bill with this whole weird moment just crawling over it, and then there's nothing on the table. Belza, it's good, but the lobster kind of hits you the wrong way, and you end up having to tap out.
Most likely it was just too bland and she's just having a hard time keeping it down.
Exactly. It was under-seasoned. It was just like, what the fuck?
Blech.
You would realize that Belza is actually a little picky.
Kilara would not have guessed. Interesting. Okay.
Next round of con saves.
All right. Ooh.
What the fuck, Bill?
I don't know!
And there goes Key.
Oh no.
In some chaotic turn of events, Kilara, Key, the last round is just like 20-ounce steaks.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, after all you've had before that, it's too much.
I feel like in this one, Kilara would have looked over to Key, basically a let the kid win, and then we take a little bit of bite and go, "Oh, I'm so stuffed." Oh.
Yeah, no, Key would definitely see the look and just kind of nod, take 1-2 bites and just nope, I'm good.
And with that last one, you'll see, like, again, it's not even, like, intentional, like, no showboating or anything, but just literally just the slow crawl over the steak. And then just next thing you know, there is no steak.
I will push mine over to Bill.
Just keeps going.
Oh yeah, no, he would also like after her little couple bites, just do the same thing of like, how much can the little one actually eat? Let's find out.
Just keeps going.
Oh, jeez. Literally a bottomless pit.
You see Belza like sticking her tongue out over her in her chair, just, ugh, hate bland food.
But yeah, after a little bit, you know, the last few will kind of go. Bill will finish the last one and kind of just fall off the table with a little bit of a squeak.
He would probably pick him up and just being like, awful.
Bill does not feel heavier in the slightest bit.
Like, keep picking him up. You feel full? Stops. Like, expecting like at least a little bit of like a weight change. No weight change. What's your metabolism like, little guy?
Just kind of gives a happy wiggle. Meanwhile, Durden kind of comes behind, and the winner! Please don't come back.
And he's just kind of like, I think he's done for the night. Just by still like happy wiggle. How he's moving.
With that though, Pilar and Belza, you both will get 2 tickets for that.
Hey.
And Bill got 3. I don't know why I did that the order I did. Belza, you got 1.
Pilar and Key got 2.
Yeah.
I give Bill some little scritches. Like, good job. You killed that.
You did, little guy. Good job.
Just looks happy.
Ugh, I couldn't stomach. That lobster was just too bland. What's the point of food with no spice?
I mean, I like seafood too, but like, it was pretty bland. It was pretty awful.
Meanwhile, Key's just kind of like, I haven't had that in forever.
I will say, meanwhile though, Silas, give me
Yes.
a perception check.
Okay. You said perception?
Perception.
I have perceived dick.
Damn,
Oh, no.
you really have perceived dick. You're just kind of in that weird confusion of being like, how does a child eat that much? That is where your fascination is.
Honestly,
So,
probably right.
just a freebie also for Silas. You notice that while Belza ate, the hangry situation has not resolved.
I will say, Belza, if you want, you can easily go into the shop and buy extra food and such if you want.
Oh, I'll DM you.
I got you.
Can Silas roll insight into why Belza is being extra pissy? I'm pretty sure I know why, but
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Belza, how subtle are you being about it?
Oh no, she's very, like, clear with her emotions of her
well, he's
being
trying to
Angry.
investigate the cause of it.
Silas, make me an insight check. We'll see how much we can let you piece together.
Not too bad.
It's that level of... You can tell, like, yeah, she's hungry, but there's something linked to it that just makes it a little bit deeper. Maybe a little bit more primal or something like that, but, like, the full root of it, it's not clicking.
Weird.
And with that, speaking of going down the docks of things, Silas, what do you want to do?
Probably either look for a game that's all about perception-based skills or persuasion.
I can work with that. So, I'll give you 2 options. For perception, there's a little there's a little tent that's set up, and the idea is a little game of spot the creature. So you go inside and use perception to try to find the real creature amongst a bunch of fakes. The other option, though, is you find find over by what looks like a little military shop this grumpy old man, and it's literally just there's a little sign up that's like "Make me laugh."
All right, we're not good at making people laugh. If anything, I'm good at making people angry. So we're going to do the perception-based game.
All right. So you'll go up to that booth, and the game is pretty simple. It's an idea of that amongst like 20 some odd goblin statues, there's only one real goblin in there. And it's a time thing to see how quickly you can find the goblin. But with
All right,
that,
let's do it.
make me a perception check.
Whoa, we are not doing good today.
Yeah, you kind of take a moment, you focus in, try to see if you can find them. You point to one and be like, that's the goblin! And literally from the other side of the thing, it's like, do you need glasses?
Mm.
They're pretty much like, get out, I'll let you try again. So you step out, and after another moment or so, you're like, alright, come on back inside. And this time around, almost with the level of I need revenge on this shit, you take like one step in, and it's pretty obvious because you can actually see the dudes breathing a little deeper, kind of in the middle, and you just point them out immediately, and it's like, shit, you should have waited a moment. But with that, you'll be able to get 3 tickets for that.
Goody.
And I will say for funsies, Bill's gotten excited again.
Just a moment of, you want to try?
Points to the grouchy old man.
And just kind of alright. Kind of just walks over towards the grouchy old man, just kind of like, this little one wants to try.
What the? Why does this little kid want to do this? It's stupid.
And just kind of a shrug. He wanted to try, so I'm letting him try.
Kilara's observing from afar. Jeez.
Literally just in the immediate moment of just crawls in lap, the little vibration starts in the lap. And suddenly from like the little floof just comes a small little flower.
Aww.
And just this moment of just this, yeah. And it's just this moment of like, what the, oh, just kind of smiles. You can't be mad at that. What the, why you do that to an old man? You see the little tail wag as they're satisfied, like, I did good.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
how many tickets did I get?
3.
You got 3.
Thank you.
But yeah, the old man will give Bill like 3 tickets. And
Killing these challenges.
as Bill kind of slides off, everybody make me a perception check.
Oh boy. Pretty good.
Kilara?
I have been watching from afar, so this kind of does make sense.
Yeah, it does. You see, actually, Bill, as, you know, kind of crawls off the old man's lap, goes under the table, and ends up walking over a little pile of tickets. You see them disappear.
The whole roll?
Not the whole roll, but like a chunk of them.
Like more than 3?
More than 3. Like they got their 3, just kind of crawled over some more.
Oh, you little scamp. Kilara says nothing. It's just like, almost proud. Just, I like these.
Wait, Bill did what now?
He stole tickets.
Yeah, he hoovered some tickets away.
Pilar's the only
Nice.
one that saw it.
There's a little twinkle in Kilara's eye, just like a little bit of pride.
Anyway, any other games you guys want to play?
He would probably scoop Bill like after a bit of time, just because like, nope, you're not getting too far away, and then just kind of, so guessing game, I guess, guys.
Sure.
Playing the
And-
Guess the Chicken game?
Yeah, like he probably looking down at Bill. Want to try as well?
This kind of gives a shrug. Like, why not?
Oh no.
For this one, pretty easy. Just make me an investigation check.
Investigation, huh?
I have a whole +0 to that. Yeah, that's about right. No,
Feels
no,
not
no.
much better.
I just imagine she's just lost. Just. Huh?
Staring at the chicken, just like, how many feathers? Too many.
You give a pretty accurate number, though, Key. As you kind of lean into it, you write a number down, hand off to the gnome. Gnome's like literally at that moment, just like unclips the chicken, puts a new one up there, being like, "That's too accurate. We're gonna have to get a new one for the next batch, just in case you share the answer." And Key, you get 3 tickets.
Nice.
Hey!
And with that, as you guys are kind of walking around enjoying the sights, let me get everybody to make me a perception check now.
Okay.
And it's time for a music change.
My perceptions so far have been pretty decent.
Hey!
Belle's over here, eagle eyes.
She's been so distracted away from the games because she's been, like, angry.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, that'll work. Honestly, most all of you, except Silas. Sorry, Silas. You get the idea. Like, it's a very nice festival. It's a good time for a big city. But one confusing thing that catches your eye is that if you look at the rooftops of some of the merchant buildings, you see City Watch patrolling.
Oh.
I give him, like, a two-finger salute as we pass by one.
Yeah,
You
it's
probably-
one of those, like, you'll see them look
Similar.
and then, like, keep going. But yeah, for a festival, just a festival, why on earth is there so much freaking security?
It's got them on edge.
Might be a weird occurrence of sorts around these times.
I'm sorry, what?
And then just like at that point, he'd point out the guards on the roofs, just going, for a festival, security on the ground, sure, but up there?
I could go ask.
And just kind of a, not sure if they'd willingly give the correct answer.
Oh, don't
or
worry.
try to see you about.
Don't worry, I got this.
And just kind of a, if you say so, kind of like Bill in one hand, petting with the other.
Hey, Izzy.
Yeah?
I want to use my background feature.
Give me them details again, because my brain's skipping beats.
The,
Oh, the reading minds part?
or the
No.
touch and head thing.
No, my investigator background.
Oh!
That's right,
Okay.
folks. Background's actually coming in handy.
It's
Let's
a
go.
miracle.
Give me a call. Okay. So, official inquiry. Your experience at gaining access to people and places to get the information you need through a combination of fast-talking determination and official-looking documentation. You can gain access to a place or an individual related to a crime you're investigating. In this case, we're investigating what the fuck are they expecting. Those who aren't allowed in your investigation avoid impeding you or pass along your requests. Additionally, local law enforcement has firm opinions about you, viewing you as either a nuisance or one of their own.
Gotcha. So yeah, we'll say, Yeah, we'll say that she got one of the, like, you kind of go up to nearby one of the roofs where you see like a little fire escape ladder. Call up for one of them, like, hey, what's going on? And just the woman kind of looks down. It's like, ah, damn it, not again. Kind of calms down, like comes down. You see that there's a little bit of a festive garb to the attire, but Fawn's like, what is it?
What is going on exactly that requires so much security?
Look, you do this all the time. If I just
Yes.
do, you know what? Fuck it. Here's the highlight reel. Every year, there's there's incidences of breaking and entering in the merchant area and the upper district. So we just try to make sure we have extra security out and about.
Okay. That's understandable.
What's not understandable is why the fuck they do what they do, but you know, we don't have
What do you
control of
mean
that.
by that?
Look, the best way to put it is, we don't do this for the merchant district side of things. We do this more because of the upper district not shutting up. But every year, there's at least 2 or 3 houses that wake up in the morning and we get yelled at because for some reason they get their heads shaved.
I'm sorry. Head shaved?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. They don't steal anything, they just break in, break out, and next thing I know, we get a call in the office being like, I'm bald! You're gonna use the taxes to pay for this! Stupid shits.
Yikes. Hate to be you. Well, thank you for the information.
Yeah.
Hilarious as it is.
Yeah. If anybody asks, don't. She's gonna grumble and just climb back up the fire escape.
Goes back to party.
He just kind of like,
Some
so,
stupid.
what's the security about?
Oh, apparently nobles get their heads shaved in the morning.
And just kind of, morning or during the night? And then, like, at that point, he's just gotta start laughing. It just like, that's what all the rooftop.
Apparently. Ain't my fucking issue. I ain't getting paid to look into it.
It's just a moment of like, how, who, why? And like, kind of looking at it, just like, looks on to Bill. You've lived here a while. Know anything?
Roll me an insight with advantage, because you've been holding Bill and kind of interacting a lot with them.
Oh, forgot to do the advantage thing. But anyways, I'm pretty sure that's good enough. Crit fish.
Yeah.
Hello, crit fish indeed.
Crit fishing pays off! You can tell, like, as you're asking them this question, the purring stopped. Their eyes have kind of contracted a little bit. They look very uncomfy, upsetty spaghetti.
At that point, I'm just like, what's wrong?
And for the first time in this campaign, you'll just hear 2 words. Peepa.
It just stop, looks down, head tilt. Peepa?
Peepa, naughty.
And at this point, just kind of like lift up Bill so it's like even with face and just detail.
I get it. Does Silas get it?
I don't know. Roll me an insight. Let's see if Silas connects the dots.
It's a 13.
Not quite. You're getting some vibes like, okay, so this dude shaves people's heads.
Like, with Silas laughing, he'd probably look over and just be like, the name this one just said, that's probably the one doing the... And then, like, motioning to head.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure that he's involved. But I don't know, but this is the assumption that this tiny little thing shaves people's heads. It's just hilarious.
And
like
it's just,
with as you say like this tiny thing, like Bill will shake the hand like, no, keep all big, and like put out the paws, make them as big as they can, but like it's not big. Bill's small.
and at that point, Kee'd probably be like, so kind of like mine or Silas's height big?
Big.
I'll start kind of putting my hand up from about Key's height and start going up and up and up as far as her hands will go.
Big, baby.
And just kind of okay, so kind of closer to Belza or a bit more, but
Big.
and just kind of, so kind of like probably like walking around the grounds while chatting. Just kind of, so he's punishing the rich. Anything else he does?
Good.
Just kind of
good.
and just kind of, how so?
Cold.
Like the little bits are just kind of Key's just kind of head tilting. Like she's genuinely curious about this, but as comical as it is at the same time, and just like trying to figure out like, okay, what's this little one trying to like hint at with all this?
And actually,
Silas will
let's see if
do-
Bill can give another little nudge in the right direction.
I'm pretty sure Silas is probably like half doing same thing while like chuckling.
So, Bill's kind of looking around while trying to describe things, and something catches Bill's eye down an alleyway, and Bill's gonna try to squirm out of your arms, Key.
And at that point, Key'll just be like, what? Where are you trying to go? And just, we're not supposed to let you out of sight. Just wait where you want to go.
Kind of gives a little sad look, and just you see a little paw point down the alleyway.
And just kind of looks at us a party. Shall we? Like, very questioning, like,
Yeah, I got nothing better to do.
kind of
We were
looking
told to
to,
watch him, and the best way to watch him is to go with him.
and just kind of, true, looking to Keelar and Belza. Any complaints?
Nah, let's go.
So yeah, you guys go down the alleyway, and it gets quieter, it gets colder, it gets darker. It's really not nice. Until finally, after a little bit, you guys arrive and a little nook in this alleyway where you see a bunch of kids kind of just bundled up by a small fire. And Bill kind of does another squirming, like, yeah.
At this point, he's just kind of like, all right, puts him down on the ground and just kind of watches what he does.
Scuttles over.
Cyrus is just gonna look around.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's that too.
Well, first off, to answer what Bill does, scuttles over to one of the kids, and you see him kind of start walking back over, like walking around, and you see the meats that he ate earlier, like untouched.
It's just one of those moments of like, wait, you weren't eating it, you just were what?
Helping.
Aww.
And the kids kind of light up as they all just quickly start eating. And then he'll go over to like one little girl and just start, like, he'll kind of pull off from the floof a little, like a stack of tickets.
And at this point, even Kyo just be like, ah, and then like also at the same time like, wait, eat slowly, otherwise it's not gonna end well.
And they'll kind of take time, but they're very happy. And like one of them's gonna hug Bill, and you get another little happy squeak. Meanwhile, For those of you that are wanting to look around a little more, make me a perception or investigation check.
I want to look
Done.
around specifically for something, because we're in an alleyway, yeah.
Dark-ish alleyway, yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking for anything that is specifically like, oftentimes, with like thieves and kind of the seedier parts of towns and stuff. Like they'll leave little things. There's little symbols above, secret doorways, or there's little things. Anything that could be like thieves can't, pick up on something like that.
Okay.
So I'll do a perception to look for that.
Sounds good. Okay. So, Kilara, you look around a little bit, and you're not really finding much, like, in the alleyway, but then your nose kind of picks up on that one funk that you're not a big fan of, if memory serves from session 2.
Mm-hmm.
The sewer.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of look at it, you can see there's a little remnants of chalk dust that kind of goes underneath the sewer grate.
Okay.
And if you even take time to pop it up, you will see a very familiar insignia. The insignia of the Xanathar Guild.
Xanathar Guild.
The guild that you met in the last session. Circle, lines leading out of it, more circles.
Okay.
Apparently they use the sewers maybe as a navigation system.
Okay.
As for Silas and Belza, you all catch something very stark and different. As you're looking around this dark, little, sad alleyway, eventually you look up, expecting to see guards kind of patrolling, but instead you see a hulking, large mass. Yellow eyes looking down on you all. As it jumps from one rooftop to the next, heading to the upper district.
Oh, check that out.
At that point, you just
Not
kind
our
of
problem, not our care.
And I will say, as that happens, Bill will probably even get a little ear twitch and look up and be like, Peepa!
And just kind of keep looking down to Bill, just kind of like looking to Silas Belza. I guess what you guys just saw was the one Bill's calling Peepa?
Guess so. But first, and she's gonna pull 5 gold out of her pouch. Hey kids, go get yourself some sugar plums.
And like the eyes light up. It's like this is more than they expected for, a night like this. And after they kind of finish a little bit of the food and such, they will start going to the festival to exchange the tickets and, the other stuff.
You beat me to the punch there. I was before they walk away with their 5 gold, can I sleight of hand 5 gold, being what I am in a little bit of my past, kids with hardship is something that Kilara understands.
Absolutely.
If Belza knows anything, it's hunger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the holidays. There's like food stalls everywhere. Let the kids have something sweet.
Yeah. So I'd like to
Let them have
reverse
the
sleight of
good
hand.
stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to reverse sleight of hand, put some gold in their pocket as they run away, so they have another 5 gold. I'll match it.
Easy enough.
Okay.
But with
and
that,
maybe give like a little wink over to Belza.
And I give a grin and a nod.
Probably at this point, Q would probably be pulling up like part of that 20 gold from earlier and just like reimburse him kind of deal.
Nah. Oh, good.
I think Q's just kind of like, you sure?
Pay us back later when we get some grub. For now,
I have a confirmation question, Key. Do you actually like pull the money out?
Like she's reaching for it, but not like actually like fully getting to it before that happens.
Okay, all good. Just wanted to check.
She did keep that 20 gold in a separate pouch from our actual gold.
Yeah. So with that, my question is, what do you guys want to do?
we're gonna look at pointing at the thing that was, or where it was on the roof. Anybody curious, or we just gonna let sleeping dogs lie?
Like on that one,
Well,
Key's
it doesn't hurt anybody, does it?
just kind of a key moment of like, I mean, we could at least get a good laugh. Let them do their thing, but get a good laugh.
I'm already getting a good laugh at the fact that something is giving the upper echelons, mostly the naughty ones, their due. It doesn't sound like it's killing anyone, so guess we're done here.
And he's just kind of looking towards Bill, and just kind of like, back to the games.
Kind of just has a little bit of a sad look and it's like, people.
And like he kind of looking at Bill, looking at the party. I think this one's gonna try to follow if we don't do anything. So guess that answers that. As she's like scooping Bill up and kind of like looking to where upper district is.
Wanna watch some nibbles eat shit?
Fine, might
Come
as well.
on, free entertainment.
Fine, let us go.
With that then, this is where we're gonna take a quick little break just to get ourselves reset, get water, whatever we need to do, and then we'll dive back in just a little bit.
Okay.
So hang tight, be good, do good, lots of love.
BRB.
Stop recording. Oh, I almost did a bad. I almost started a stream.
Surprise! Middle of session.
I fixed it.
Hi
Welcome
everybody.
back.
Funny because I just
Welcome back.
that would have been really funny because I just set up my dad to get notifications of the stream.
There might be a notification for all you know. There's like a split, like 1 second. It was like,
Fuck shit. Fuck shit.
Maybe. I haven't received anything, so.
okay, we might be spared. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody had a nice little breather. I am feeling good. And when we last left off, you guys were told to have bonding. So go to a festival and be normal. The response as you come through was an angry Carl saying, babysit the kid so I don't tell people about how you left a dead body in my shop. You played some games, had a good time. You've noticed that Bill has a little bit of a sneaky side, but also tends to do a lot of good with all of the sneakiness. Ed has told you about a figure by the name of Peepaw. And with that, you've also seen the hulking mass that is Peepaw on their way to the upper district.
Well, two of us have.
Two have. My question now is, I guess, what y'all want to do?
I mean, Bill wants to go see Peepaw, and he's basically like, we gotta keep track of the little fluff balls, so I guess we're going to see Peepaw.
Okay.
Or at least, watch him do his thing.
And we've pretty much gamed all the games for the most part.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of tickets. We might as well stray away and find other fun.
And we can spend the tickets while we're on the way.
Yeah, totally. Which, in fact, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and talk about what your prize options are for tickets.
Okay.
So there's a few magic items that are available. They're all commons or uncommons, but they're, nice little ones. So, for example, your holiday items in this case are a endless cup of hot cocoa. It's a pewter mug, but literally it will just never run out of hot chocolate. There is a Cloak of the Winter Wolf, which will allow you to ignore elemental conditions of cold. And then last but not least, if you want, you can take a chance and gamble on one of the Lord's hats. As they have behind on the shelf, like 100 of these little festive hats. But apparently, of all of them, a couple are enchanted.
How much is for the Cloak of the Winter Wolf?
Yeah.
Cloak of the Winter Wolf is a cost of 3 tickets.
Ooh.
Okay. And Does that require attunement?
It does not.
Ooh.
I'll take it.
Enjoy your fancy coat.
I'm guessing these are like.
I was feeling a
ones-
little bit nippy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll probably
They're
go for
meant,
the.
to be, they're meant to be low pressure, just fun.
Yeah, I'll go for the mug of hot cocoa.
Enjoy your infinite mug of cocoa. That one's only 2 tickets.
I'll get if I can get 2, one for me, one for my sister. Actually,
Of
one for Kilara, because
Yeah.
Kilara's been solid with me. So
Huh?
Not
And-
a problem.
Kilara would respectfully decline. Kilara doesn't really care for sweets.
not your shtick. All right, I'll get it for Sissy.
All right. Thank you, there. I appreciate it.
He would probably want one of the Cloak of Winter Wolf just for like, blanket of sorts more than anything else.
That'll be 3 tickets.
Yep,
And to
no
summarize
problem.
the Lord's Cap raffle, that only costs 1 ticket. But the catch is that it is a gamble if it's actually the magic item or just a fancy hat.
He's got 2 remaining tickets. Probably do two yoinks, see what she gets.
Okay, let's see here. No dice. They're just fancy little hats.
I have 6 tickets.
You're gonna
Oh.
buy 6 hats?
6 hats.
And look over. You sure you don't want to get offering
What?
up my tickets?
Wrong ones.
You want to get
What
us?
the hell?
You want to get some cloaks too?
I'm all right.
There we go.
I'll be all right.
So you kind of go through them, and it's like, nope, nope, shit, nope, no. And then you put on the last one, and there's a second where you put it on, and you kind of feel tingly all over.
Mhm.
And everybody turns to look at you, and you look like an elf.
Wait,
Whoa.
are we talking like a D&D elf, or are we talking like a holiday elf?
You look like a D&D elf.
Okay.
You're still you're still wearing your usual clothes, but your face, your frame, and everything has changed more into an elven physique.
And just kind of
Ha!
seeing that one just went from how you usually look to looking like an elf. I guess you got a winning hat.
Some will say it's an improvement.
What are you on about? I was just getting some hats.
And then he's just kind of like looking at the shopkeep. Got a mirror nearby? Let this one see that they actually got a winning one.
Oh yeah, of course. And they'll pull out a little hand mirror from underneath the desk just to show. And yeah, Kilar, you do not look anywhere near who you normally are.
I'm just looking in the mirror, looking at myself, kind of almost like a growing expression of just horrified.
Ugh. What happened to me? I was fucking gorgeous. Ugh.
And takes it off and looks back, and I'm normal.
Yeah, the moment you take off the hat, you go back to normal.
There we go. Oh, I thought I'd changed for the worse. Ugh.
And he's just kind of like, that can be of use for later shenanigans.
I guess. Kinda
You
just
have-
wanted a fancy hat.
Your fancy hat is a hat of disguise.
Ooh.
It's like, I just wanted a fancy hat. Key, if you don't want it for later use.
I look at you side eye, and I put it away in my things for now. And then I turn to I'll hand you one of my fancy hats that I was given, and I kind of start walking away. And I'm gonna give everybody a fancy hat.
It fits very awkwardly on Belza just because of the horns.
As well as Bill. Bill gets a fancy hat too.
It kind of sinks partially into the fluff, but it stops just in time. And yeah, he has a little like a little pom pom on his head.
Aww. I have 1 spare because I had 6 pulls, right?
Yeah.
Yep, one of them's the hat of disguise, and there's 5.
So we have 1 for Lexa. I'll hand it over to Belza.
I'll put it.
Alexa, for later.
I'm sure she'll love it if she can fit it between the horns, and I'll put it in the bag.
At this point, like, Key's got 2. If you handed her another one, even she'd probably be like, well, I guess we got one for Tender, and looking at the other one. The Roomba?
Well, I
Like,
gave one to
really,
Bill.
like, really questioning on, like, the Roomba? Yeah, so Key would probably have one for, like, Tender then and herself at that point. So it'd probably be like, Key's got one of her own on, and then just looking at the extra one going, Tender? Roomba? Either way,
both?
into the bag it goes.
Could get one to Bernard if we see him, or we could like if we see this creature, maybe we give it a gift as a peace offering.
And just kind of, not sure the hat would be
Uh,
really appreciated, but maybe.
Either way,
Or
we
we
have to
just sit and watch and not, intervene.
And just, holding Bill, kind of like, yeah, we can at least watch and get a good chuckle. Let him do his job, and we get to watch the guards fail.
All right. Well, let's get moving, yeah?
And with that, we get you guys moving on as soon as I finish making a last-minute change on my end.
Does the Hat of Disguise require attunement?
That one, I believe, does, yes.
Okay.
So moving on. You guys kind of go through the streets, and you kind of see the change from Waterdeep as you kind of go through the merchant area, which is partially paved, partially a little messy, to the upper district where it looks like this place is like manicured every day. But eventually, you kind of see a mass of City Watch guards that are following on the streets around you. And eventually, you arrive at the manor.
All right. This will be funny.
And at this point, Key'd probably be looking at the mayor just like, judging by the way the city guard is, definitely went this way.
Shall we be more subtle so we don't interrupt its work? Whatever Peepaw is.
Or getting in sight of guards. It's a game of avoid both, but still get a good show.
Which leads to, I'm going to have everybody roll me initiative.
Ooh.
No complaints here. And I did not click on my token first. Fuck.
Nope.
It's fine. Easy enough fix. He got 12. And what about you, Silas? What you get?
Is he keen?
I see a 16. I'm admit. Alright. And descending. And Silas, you're first, actually, in this moment. What would you like to do?
Look for Peepaw. Perception.
Yeah, make me a perception. Or investigation. Either will do in this case. Oh, you
I'll
don't have
take-
any issue. As you can kind of see, you kind of look, as down the alleyway this way, you kind of hear a soft thud in the snow as it starts to walk its way down the side of the house.
Found it. Was it left or right side?
It was this side.
Okay. It went that way, as I pointed out. We're gonna follow it. 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we doing this in turn order, or we just got free reign here?
This is more of a turn order moment, just to kind of give everybody a
Okay.
shot.
And yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Alright. Bill. Let's see, did Bill hear the thud? Bill did not. They're just kind of on active
Mind you,
radar mode.
Silas pointed it out.
Oh, in that case, you know the movie Elf? Where Buddy
Yeah.
gets really hyped when someone's like, Santa's coming to town?
Yeah.
you kind of get the silent version of that as Bill just goes ape shit in Key's arms.
At that point, it'd just be a moment of like, yeah, we're gonna be following Silas. Don't worry.
Are you gonna put Bill down, or are you gonna start to
Oh no, like he basically like with Bill in hand, probably like just start heading towards like where Silas is going, while basically saying like, we don't want to interrupt him. Nice and quiet. While like petting Bill.
All right, with that, then I'm going to go and just move you guys together. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And with that, actually, that was right with you, Keeb. So
Yep.
if you want, is there anything else you want to do?
It'd probably be like to Silas going, once we get probably closer to wherever he is, sneaky, yeah?
I guess.
Kind
Sure.
of the moment of like, don't want to get seen by the guards, but also don't want to interrupt whatever's going on inside.
I mean, I could just say we're investigating it, and then they won't ask any questions. But you know, that's fine.
And it's also a moment of like, in the off chance they don't buy it, rather not be seen, you know?
What do you mean, don't buy it? They know me. I know the police.
And just kind of, you know them, the rest of us.
Alright, fine.
Belza, what are you doing?
I'm walking up to kind of poke over and see what they're all staring at.
You can probably hear from this point just the soft thuds of something big in the snow.
I'll kind of crouch down and keep quiet, just to see it and let it do its thing.
And Kilara, are you catching up with the lot, or are you on the pull a different move?
Kilara's actually, is this a door in front of me?
It is a door!
Kilara wants to go to the door.
It seems it looks locked, but it's not the best security on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably jimmy the lock if you really want to.
Yeah, Kilara kind of looks at friends and then looks back kind of with a little bit of a... This feels a little natural. They will try to jimmy the lock.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Do you want me to use my thieves' tools?
Yes, so make sure you add a extra bit of proficiency bonus to that.
Wait, Kalara sees us as friends? I was under the impression she only had one friend in our group.
It's only a 13.
But that's enough in this situation. Like I said, they're not the best locks on Earth. As they're kind of going that way, you kind of get the opportunity to do a subtle little click, and it unlocks, and the door is open.
I will give a very slight, like kind of a very low, like, not quite a whistle, but that kind of, just that woohoo kind of noise. And hopefully Belza picks up on it.
Oh yeah.
And I will kind of turn to sneak inside.
Okay. With that, back to the top. Silas.
Do I have movement, by the way? Or is that...
yeah, you got
Wait,
movement.
so
You got movement.
hold on here. She did that within sight?
You were on your way to go see around the corner.
Alright. Alright. Just go and see what's on the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Twice. That's not right. Huh.
As you walk around the corner, you see something very unnatural to the city. A hulking owlbear. Underneath its clawed talons and wing, what looks to be like a burlap sack.
I can picture like Key with Bill probably walking like with Silas as well, and probably seeing that and just kind of,
Not what I was expecting.
With that, Silas doing the stop, be like, the fuck? The squirms get even more magnified. And I'm guessing, Key, you're gonna carry Bill over?
Yeah, it'd probably be like just behind like Silas, basically.
Put you right there.
And like with the squirms intensifying, he'd probably be like petting Bill and just kind of like, no, let him do his job. Let him have his, let Peapod do what he needs to do.
Peepa.
The childlike wonder on this thing is immeasurable.
With that, Belza,
I did
roll
this.
me a perception check to see if you kind of caught the full Pilar whistling you over. Oh yeah, you caught it. You see the doors like half hanging open.
I'm not gonna question that one.
Is another weird fuckery moment.
Yes.
Hey, I'll say in this case, with that roll, don't question it.
25, 30. Stick my head in. Kind of stealthing through as well.
Yeah, you come inside this first area to see it's just an open little waiting room, kind of entry to this large manor. Very nice, plush couches, warmth everywhere, and a set of large double doors ahead of you.
I'll dash and kind of scoop my way up to catch up. And whisper, what's the plan?
I'm kind of figuring that out as I go. You with me?
Mm-hmm. Following your lead.
Alright. Kilar, what's the plan?
Did I have the time to attune to this hat of disguise?
Yeah, I'll say you easily could have.
Good. I am going to. What's in this room immediate to me? Seems like a rich person's house, right?
Oh, it's definitely a ritzy house.
Okay.
Like this room you're in right now, you see a nice little vase on one side. It's a plush couch and chair. It's warm compared to the cold you've been dealing with outside. It's very nice.
Anything immediately very valuable or interesting?
Probably not in here, honestly. The most valuable thing might be the vase, but it's also kind of big.
Since I've attuned to the hat of disguise, I understand everything that it can do.
Yeah.
I haven't looked it up yet. Does it have a number of uses, or is
Nope.
it just?
You're just good.
I'm gonna kind of with a shit-eating grin on my face, like a half grin. I'm gonna make myself look like a guard
Okay.
and wink towards Belza again, and then I'm gonna continue to sneak and kind of motion to stay low or to stay quiet, and I'm going to check this door.
It's unlocked.
I will open it and look inside.
In this area, it looks to be like a giant little free space. There's a pool in the middle, nice chairs and benches that kind of surround the outer edges, and you see doors leading to various chambers all around.
Okay. I will proceed inside. They said the creature was going over to the right, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Somewhere in this direction.
Okay. I will head that direction. Oh, I can't open it. Hold on.
Yeah, might help you open the door.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm trying to be stealthy.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
At this point, you in it, so yeah, you definitely need to.
Yeah.
You
Thank you,
do
Laura.
not exist.
This, again, feels a little too familiar, and Do I still have an action, or was it an action to do any of the things?
I'll say this was kind of an action to really get yourself, disguised up and inside. Yeah.
Okay, that's as far as I'll move.
Silas, you see the great mystical peepaw.
Well, my curiosity is sated, and I'm not hired to deal with it, so let it do its thing. I'm just gonna back off.
Which actually
And-
leads. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So he's just going to. All right, that's enough excitement of that. Let's go and where the fuck is Kilara and Beza?
Key at that point would probably like look over. Oh no.
You just see,
Oh.
you kind of turn around with Bill, and Bill just goes, "Naughty."
And at that point, he'd probably be like, "They went inside." And at that point, like, he just looks back to Silas and just, "You want to go try to get them out? I'll let Bill continue," kind of staring over at Peepaw. "Have his fun?"
Hops off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna dash. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, Silas, it gets better. As you start to make your way back, the City Watch have caught up.
Oh, that's just great.
We'll come back to them.
That's lovely. Silas is gonna try and distract them if he can.
What do you want to do?
Okay. Let's see here. Let me double check something. We're gonna go through our spells. What spells do I have from the key again?
Pardon me for just one moment while I pull out the magical list of key spells.
Level
For
1 and
I had
2.
the
Level 1 and 2, you have access to Command, Sleep, Calm Emotions, and Suggestion.
sleep and suggestion. Okay. Let me look up the suggestion.
Long story short, Goblin's making a wisdom saving throw, suggesting an action for one person. They fail, they will take the suggestion so long as it's not a life-threatening suggestion.
Okay. Creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. It has to be auditory. Okay, I can make this work.
You can direct them to a different house.
Do I recognize any of them out of that batch?
You know what? Yeah, that female guard. They're there.
Cool.
We'll name them Lisa.
I'm going to cast suggestion on Lisa because she should be able to hear me from here, yes? Or at least when she gets into range, because she's going to see me before anything else.
Oh yeah, she
Right?
sees you, and you see that look on her face. It's just like, I told you to do one fucking thing. What the fuck are you doing here?
Suggestion. I recommend you look, points to a random house away from here. There, I heard a noise over there. I came over here because I was invited. Da 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 da.
Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see.
Is it against my spell DC?
Yes.
Did you roll with advantage?
This is disadvantage
Oh.
because of the key's
Let's just-
ability.
Well saved.
Yeah, it's saved, sadly. It's like one of those deals where you roll the key and you feel the effect go off. And there's a split second that she's like, I should go check the other. What? No. What the fuck are you hiding?
Hiding is a very strange word to use on this one.
Fucking
More
bullshit.
like... I didn't say hiding. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, like you always do.
What do you mean like I always do?
And she's gonna kind
Tell
of
me an instance where I have lied to you.
She's just gonna look to the other guards and be like, "Go check the house."
Crap. Did that suggestion burn a spell slot?
It burnt the charge. It burned a charge on your key.
I guess we're using sleep.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm gonna finish the movements.
Basically, it's going to be a once they get within range, see how many can go night night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which at least in my
sleep
brain.
at second level,
Okay.
because that's the only spell slot space I can do. When upcasted, gets an extra 2d8, so 7d8.
Okay. And what is the radius on sleep? Do you remember that by chance, or do you need me to look it up?
I got it right up here, actually. 90 feet within creatures within 20 feet of a point you see within range. So let's do. Where's the circle?
That'd work.
Yeah, right here.
That'll work.
Night night.
All right.
Yeah.
Just roll me those d8s. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I just need to get shit going. So, wait, why is it not letting me roll? There it is. Okay, turn order was then. So 7 d8s. Total health pool is 20. Fuck!
Yeah, sadly you had a lot of lows. But yeah, she's like, go check what's in the
Nice.
house. Two of them kind of start going forward, and you're just like, don't think it's a good idea. I wouldn't do that. And they start, the two closest people, they start kind of walking towards, and the next thing you know, you see the eyes get heavy, and they just...
Hello.
And the woman just looks like dead, like face palm. Looks like,
I really suggest you do not go in there.
I wouldn't go in there. These two just night night. Female guard just like, the fuck, just what the?
I'm telling you, you don't want to go in there. Shit like this keeps happening.
we have to patrol. We got the call. We saw the thing. They came to this house. That's why we're fucking here. So let's do our fucking job.
Why don't you tell me what you saw?
Meanwhile,
Because it's certainly not in the house. Audibly yelling this.
Key and Bill see the owlbear kind of go over to this one window, staring inside. A little bit of like, a cat does a butt wiggle.
Yeah.
And jumps straight through the window with glass shattering. And a scream.
Like at this point, he just looked down towards Bill and just be like, "So, want to go see what he's doing?" And he's just gonna like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She'll probably dash, but like keep to like the back area and just kind of like, and just actually probably more like up here, with Bill kind of like being more closer to the window and just watching the show.
Which all you see is this
One up
owlbear
more for
on
Bill.
top of... Yeah. All you see is this owlbear on top of the bed, claws out, just mauling this lady. She's screaming bloody murder. And then next thing you know, the owlbear is going to then just run out the other door. And... Yes! Kill her! You see people! People pig.
Ah!
But
Okay.
yes, the last thing that happens in the house, though, the lady kind of just sits up in bed in horror, checking herself. And yes, Key, she has the worst the haircut of her life. And there's like a couple of strands of her hair left on like around her ears and the back of her neck, but like the rest of her, it is bald, just pure bald.
Looks like Gollum on a good day.
Very much. And it's just like,
At that point,
And-
he probably like look to Bill and be like, "How much you want to bet? It's next room over. Want to go see?"
but yeah, it's like, what did you do to me? Bill's like, Biba!
Like at that point, he's probably like, and he's probably gonna go to the next one. So continuing on with movement because I got still 15 feet.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Just like he's just kind of like, all right, he's probably going to this one now. So let's get it positioned to watch and see.
Peep-pop, 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 peep-pop. Moving on for the precious baby. Belza, you hear a loud crash coming in from the other room.
Looking in. Oh my god. Gonna close the door behind me like, shit.
You
I heard the
also
guards.
hear
I can hear the
Yeah.
fucking ruckus with the guards like, "Psst, hey, Laura. Shit's gone tits up.
I'm a little busy right now.
As I'm staring down this creature.
Well, you might want to be busy through the other window.
Probably pointing like this direction.
Yeah. Fucking guards are outside. Does people look immediately aggressive?
A little bit, but like, kind of like that cranky look. Like,
Oh,
you know,
shit.
you're interrupting their job.
Yeah, just looking at Peepaw. Kid likes you. She points back. Don't know if you understand me. Guards that way. Points in the opposite direction. This way. 20, 25, 30. You know what? Dash, because she knows that shit's gone south. 50, 20, 25. Open the fucking door.
Alright.
And I am just scooting trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you just find a really nice kitchen, but yeah, there's opportunities to find a way out.
Yeah, she's kind of motioning like, time to go.
You're gonna end up taking the long way, but hey, at least it'll get you out. Moving on down. Kilara.
All right.
Yeehaw.
Is this thing going to engage with me, or does it look like it just wants to leave?
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. Oh no.
You can't tell. You just sense anger.
Okay. I'm going to move around it. 5, 10, 15. Weapons drawn. I have 2 kukri on my thighs in sheaths, and I've drawn
Okay.
both of them. So I've got a kukri in each hand, and I'm just holding them. I'm not stepping at or wielding them up, but I am going to hold an action. If it does attack me, then I will retaliate.
Okay. That. Let's get the music changed. It should definitely hit the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. And I still look like a guard.
That's actually might be very important.
But it did
Silas,
also maybe like talk to Kilara like, hey.
yeah. Silas, you successfully knocked out 2 people. But also, you can tell problems. Also, you might be muted. No, you're not.
we're gonna do it again.
Okay.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
That's better.
And
Same
that
spot.
is, and that is actually enough. Is you're kind of have like the lady is still like at a distance of you arguing, being like, we saw the fucking like, why is an owlbear in the city? As people just fall off one by one, and like, look, I don't care. These people are fucking assholes, but I'm just
Very tired. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Just doing my job.
Okay, that's enough of that. Goes inside, shouts in the manor, Belzer, come on! Get your asses out here! We're leaving!
Looking back at Kilara, like, we are in so much shit.
Meanwhile, Angie Owlbear. Does the owlbear process what's going on?
Everything.
And actually, they're going to try to continue their stuff. They're going to try to go into the other room. As they're literally just going to go in, and they're like, the man's already woken up being like, what in blazes? Oh, God! And you just hear the ripping and shredding coming from inside.
Like, while this is happening, Key's probably, like, getting herself, you know, a little bit of movement, just in line with the window so that way Bill can watch.
Like,
Which
about
even,
this...
Even Key's getting a good chuckle and laugh out of this because it's like, it's the rich getting dicked.
Mm-hmm.
Which about this time, there goes the people will finish their turn, running up to the window, and looking like they're ready to break out, but they can't quite, you know, they're having to kind of adjust to get themselves out.
Oh yeah, no, like at that point with like, he seeing them going towards the window would be like, hey Bill, I guess we're in the way, and then just like whatever, when they do come out, we're in the way, so just sort of like technical full turn movement or just getting out of its way.
Okay. The guy gets carried. Yeah, you see Bill looks kind of satisfied. Moving on. Belza! Shit, it's hit the fan.
5. Looking out. We should probably, see what's happened out front.
Yeah, Kilara will just nod, but will keep looking towards where the owlbear went.
25, 30, full dash, because she knows Silas is, like, pissed.
Yeah, and the doors opens out. You see Silas losing his fucking shit.
25. Probably leave. I'm just going that way, and she'll kind of point out towards, like, towards that door where it was.
Alright.
To which she, like, mentions, fucking owlbear!
Yeah, owlbear! Oh my god! I had to put to sleep 6 of them!
I'm sorry, I couldn't let Kilara go
Oh,
alone!
I'm sorry! Why did you should have left her alone?
No!
You were with us?
Fuck you!
Oh my fuck no, fuck you! What the fuck did you think this was a good idea? What made you think I need to go with Clara, who opens up the door to a locked residence? We could have just been watching the owlbear do its thing and then leave without having to cause any issues. But no, you know what? Clara deserves to have her head shaved with this bullshit.
Suck it up! We have other problems!
I already sucked it up and cleaned up your mess! Get in line!
Eat shit!
I'm pretty sure like Kilara is hearing all of this.
Oh yeah.
Silas?
Suck it up, you half demon, you know what? You disgusting! Filthy! Absolutely
And you're a racist,
undesirable!
racist asshole!
Can't be racist, I don't even know what the fuck you are!
Meanwhile, with Kilara.
You two take inspiration from goddamn. Kilara, you hear a pissing match from the south.
My right ear is just twitching towards all of that, but I have focus. Laser-like focus. When I'm on the job, I know what I want to do, and I'm going to move towards that goal that I want to do. My current want to do is I want to go through that door and pursue towards the owlbear where I know half my party is.
Okay.
And I want to go in through, still dressed as a guard. 5, 10, 15. And when I get in, I suppose I probably see a freaked out person in bed, yes?
Yes, they're also
Their
shaved.
head, yeah.
Are there any specific, because this is their bedroom, this is their personal quarters, any things of immediate value in the vicinity?
You see a jewelry box on the nightstand.
I grab it and say, evidence! And I'm going to pursue the owlbear. 20, 25, 30. And I'm gonna... Depending on what its next action is, I grab the thing. Do I have an action left, or is that my action to grab it?
I'll say you can do one more thing.
I'd like to hold an action with a kukri held high, like I'm gonna throw it if this owlbear takes any offensive action against any of my party.
Okay. With that, Silas, Piss Match Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
If I had a gold piece for every time something fucky happens between the two of you, I would have 3! Which is stranger than it is!
Get used to it!
I'm pretty sure with how loud they're shouting, he's probably hearing all of this from outside.
It's pretty obvious. As even Bill's probably like, as you guys are back up and hearing this commotion, Bill just look up being like, "Your friends?"
And he's just kind of like, friends, coworkers, they not quite getting along.
I mean, I can't imagine what your sister would do in this situation.
And he's also, like, probably listening to this as well, just kind of like, so much for team building.
Not leave somebody behind!
We're not leaving anyone behind because the other person ain't here yet! Where the fuck is they?
Somewhere that way!
Probably at this point, Owlbear.
You wanna have your fucking gripes? Talk to them! Fuck off!
I have gripes of you too! You're both molded into this like a weird fucking clay!
Which all you're gonna hear is another crashing window from this back room. As he just jumps out the window, climbs up the next building, and starts going rooftop to rooftop again.
I can just picture it like at
And
this point
God
happening.
forbid
Just
if
probably
any
like,
of you stole anything!
like that's happening. He's just gonna kind of look down at Bill. Bill's probably like looking up towards it, going "Bye, Peepa," and he's just kind of like, "So, shall we follow, or are you good?"
Peepa!
And just kind of like, we'll wait for the rest of the party. At that point, it's like, wait for the rest of the party. Stops thinking about it. Actually, probably should get towards the front of the house. So, 5, 10. Probably looks through the crashed window, sees Kilara, and just kind of like motions towards front of house. And then continuing on, 15, 20, 25, 30, probably dashing because it's like, don't want to be seen by guards or anything. 5, 10, 15, 30.
And you've got the kitty, yeah?
Yeah, she still got Bill in hand. Like, so, like when
Cool.
she stopped in front of the smash window, she saw you in there. She basically like motioned, towards front of house, and then just kept running.
Okay.
Actually, Bill might do one different thing as you're kind of walking this way.
Oh,
Bill's gonna put little paws on your face,
and Key probably
And
just
with-
be like, "Bah!"
and with big, big sad eyes, be like, "Pee pee paw."
And he's just kind of like, ah, don't worry, we're gonna be going after him, but
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
oh god, wisdom's. Oh, she's actually good at these usually.
Yeah.
All right, does the dice fuck me or not?
It fucks you by 1. So you kind of feel the urge to be like, I don't want to say no to this little guy. It's so sad. Let's
Like,
just go ahead and go see Peepaw. It'll be fine.
But like motion-wise, though, she still would have to
Yeah.
like
You burn all your
further-
stuff for this turn, so it's kind of more of a for next turn.
next turn would probably be like going around whatever fencing or building that's off to the side and continuing that way.
Yeah. Anyway. Elsa!
Steam Mad just kind of shoves her way past. Like, got more important things to do. Fuck off! 15, 20, 25, 30, going into a dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she's running to basically catch up with the others.
Yeah. Kilara, you've seen Peepaw jump out the window.
Oh yeah, Kilara is in hot pursuit. Puts down the weapon, still holding it, but doesn't throw it. And just with a smirk, kind of can't help a little sly grin off to the side as hearing the part about God forbid if anybody stole anything. Just kind of like, yeah. And is going to run 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to jump out the window.
No problem. Easy jump over.
Pwah!
Parkour, parkour.
25 and 30, and I'm gonna kind of land and pivot and run towards my friends, kind of looking up the building off to my left as I'm running that way. And do I see like obvious tracks up the building, like it left marks on the building?
Yeah,
or
it's
snow or
pretty
something?
obvious as you can see kind of the trail of this owlbear kind of climbing up, and you hear the thud as it kind of starts jumping from one building to another.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Could I? It's kind of a weird check, but could I do like a survival check to see if there's anything specific in the tracks or anything indefinite that would help me track where this creature is if we lose sight of it?
Go ahead and make me one. I can work with that. So besides the fact that there's a very clear, it's very much a bear track pretty much, which makes it very obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened already on that crit.
Yeah. But on top of that, you can also see this extra little bit of like, you can actually see what looks to be like a random, like a little playing card around beside the paw print.
Okay.
And then you look up, you look and follow a little more. And if you kind of see on top of the ledge, you'll see what looks to be like a little train that's kind of just half on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
You wonder if maybe there was stuff in that sack.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna... There's a playing card, and the playing card doesn't look like a calling card. It looks like an actual playing card.
Looks like an actual playing card.
Okay. Alright. I'll keep moving for now, and I'm gonna finish my movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Double moving.
All right. I think I can track it if we lose sight of it. Yeah.
Silas, what are you up to? Besides probably wanting to pursue Belza.
Oh no. He's had enough. He goes over, closes the door, takes out the key to the tender's bar, uses it to open the door.
Yeah, you see the den on the other side.
Lexa,
It just kind of looks like, yeah, what's up? Wait. Where's everybody else?
I need your help. Reining in your sister.
Oh, God damn it. What's wrong now?
Oh, nothing like a little B&E. Breaking and entering. Oh, and let's add on chasing some god forbid owlbear carrying a sack of god knows what. To what? To fucking what? I'm fucking done.
Gotta be fucking...
You're telling me.
I have words for both of you. But for right now...
Both of us?
Yes, both of you. Shut up.
No.
Tender
What do you mean by both of us?
kind of just peeks out. What? I'm busy with dinner. I gotta go out. Did they really not last, like, half a day? Nope. God damn it. Alright. Get going. Be back by dinner. Let's go.
Closes the door after Alexa comes out. And then takes out the shop key. Uses that door to go into the shop.
Oh no. Yeah, open the next door. You see Bernard half asleep under a blanket of tickets. And Carl just is working on something else. Like, he seems to be writing out some stuff. It just looks and is like, what? You didn't.
I didn't. No, no, no. Your little hellcat did. Now, I'm assuming you all can do some wacky-dacky magic. I recommend you teleport us to your little hell spawn. Hell family or whatever.
He just kind of gives a look to you.
It's not my fault. I was watching him, but then he charmed my friend. No way, I don't know that shit.
You don't know that.
It's a moment of like,
I was watching him and then proceeded to take my party and him on a wacky wild adventure after an owlbear of a sack.
And like, as that happens, you kind of see Bernard sit up a little bit. And it's like, I thought we said Peepaw didn't exist. Peepaw does exist, and you
It's all
fucking...
with my eyes!
Carl
Yeah.
just kind of like just a moment of Peapod does exist on this one, and just going, and Bill finally saw him. Fuck.
It's literally just like, we use Peepaw as a threat that Bill doesn't fuck shit up. And he's
Well.
probably doing what he can to make sure that Peepaw likes him.
Help me rein in your filthy little spawn. Or whatever Bill is to you.
Hold that thought. Okay. You get an extended pause for this moment.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what would happen. Silas, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I get to do that at advantage. Oh boy. Let's see. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking the 23.
Yeah. You are very lucky. Because you just pissed off Tabaxi. As you see the pupils from Carl's face vanish, and next thing you know, you're sitting in darkness. And you just hear the voices of like hundreds of people screaming and panicking. And suddenly, amongst it all, you hear Carl's voice cut in and being like, I don't give two fucking shits what my little one does. He is supposed to be safe. And either way, he is my family, and you are going to get my family, or you will not come back! Did you take 17 points of psychic damage?
Oh, damn.
As the darkness fades and you kind of come back to a reality. And Carl literally, at this point, in your face. Don't fuck with my family.
That one was a bit of damage. Jeez.
But with that, Carl will kind of, you see the pupils return, and he'll just be like, if I had to wager where they are, they're probably trying to go down the alleys or something like that. Peepaw tends to work with the rooftops and alleyways. And if he's already in the upper district, he's probably heading back to the merchant district now. So just go get comfy and wait. And he'll slam a potion of healing on the counter for you on the house.
Actually, I can just picture him like shoving it into his mouth and having him drink it right then and there.
No, there's a level of class.
Silas looks down at it, grabs the potion. I didn't realize I was muted for all of that.
It's okay.
Whoops. Then, so yeah, he's gonna slam it back, pull up a seat, and wait.
Anyway. But with that, Bill...
Wait, hold on here. Is that
Yeah.
psychic damage?
Yeah.
It is psychic
Oh, I
damage.
took
Go
half
take a
of
little
that.
less. Alright
Took a
then.
quarter.
So, in
I
that
took a
case,
quarter of that.
yeah, takes words. Oh, 35 divided by 4.
8 or 9?
Do 8.
8, alright, so I'm at 10. Yeah, this potion will probably put me up to normal because it's 2d4 plus whatever.
But anyway, with Key having been a little bit charmed, Bill's probably gonna find an easier way to scurry out of your arms.
Well, he fell like for it, so she'd be
Yeah.
like with her, because I might as well just do Bill and her at the same time.
Yeah.
She would probably like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get to like here, and then probably like not even acknowledge Belza, turn, and like dash down the street going for Peepaw, like direction Peepaw went.
Yeah, you'll just run, and all everyone else hears is just Biba! But with that, moving on down the docket, Belza, you seen them running down the street.
Yep, keeping pace.
Actually, what about Alexa? Because at this point, like Silas is probably in the shop thing, but like, what would Lexa do? Stay with Silas or?
Lex is probably just sticking with Silas. You know, got the same information, so we'll probably just sit tight.
Yeah.
Seeing Key fall a little behind, will you allow me to take the baby for a moment?
Like, he's charmed, so she's basically like whatever Bill wants does.
You just hear like Peepa, 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 just going on.
Gently scoop him up and start using my movement to dash. No, I'm going towards Peepaw.
Peepa!
Don't worry, kid. You'll get to see your hero.
With that, I'm gonna assume we're all heading towards the same direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So with
How long
that,
does the charm last is my question, because I know eventually it's going to probably wear out during all this.
I will say it's probably one of those where somewhere along the way you'll probably be able to make a wisdom save to break out of it. So maybe halfway you'll snap out of it pretty comfortably.
Like, he'd probably snap out and just be like, like, kind of like shake head, but still be moving. It would just like, look over to Belza, like, oh, when'd you get him?
A little bit ago. You doing good?
And just, yeah, I think the little one did something. no harm, no foul.
You good back there, Kilara?
I'm fine. I know what to look for. We can track it.
Guide us on then.
Meanwhile,
So-
Bill and like Bell's sense at this point just pee, pa, pee, pa.
Yeah. So with that, you guys will continue your way, and eventually you'll get back to the merchant district. You actually end up going back down the alley from earlier.
Mhm.
And it even doesn't take long as you kind of pass by. Lexa, Silas will see you guys kind of running by.
Hi guys, bye guys.
Okay. Silas, let's go. Come on.
Silas is visibly angry. He is so done.
Anyway.
So-
But yeah, you guys will eventually kind of catch up, swirling down the alleyways, and you'll actually end up back at the place where the kids were. And it has been flipped over. The fire's been snuffed out, the stuff's been kicked over and around, and you see the grates open.
I knew that would have something to do with all this.
At this point, with the grate being open and hearing Kilar say that, can you just be like,
Mhm.
what was with the grate? And looking down, we probably should be going down there to help.
Yeah, checking.
Xanathar.
Checking. Is there definitely foul play here?
It's definitely screams foul play.
Bells.
Not to mention, you recognize the Xanathar logo that's kind of chalk etched on the grate.
You actually see Belza starting to get mad. If they did anything to those kids.
Even at that point, he as well would probably be like motive, like non-formed magic, but like motive magic clear in her hand, just kind of like,
Oh,
time to go.
I finally dropped the officer, the guard appearance. I forgot that I had that up.
And
But with that,
if Lexa's with us, I will just swing around, scoop up the baby, put the baby into Lexa's hands. Hold the baby.
uh-huh.
I've got
with
some
that-
Xanathar bastards to kill.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop you on this one. And with that, you guys will go down the sewers. Belza, Kilara, you can easily see a trail that kind of goes through and around stuff. And eventually, you're going to find, as soon as I can get the right thing open.
And again, knowing that Silas is looking out for this, he can see a little bit of that image that he saw before with Belza very faintly flickering as she's just moving.
He is preoccupied with other things currently in his head.
But yeah, as you guys eventually kind of follow the trail and finish off, you see actually a bunch of the Xanathar gang members, kind of dealing with hostages and such. But the biggest thing you see is you see a group of guards actually kind of harassing people. And you can see behind them those kids from the alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, as soon as I get the last layer right, roll initiative.
Okay.
Hmm.
Remember to click
Almost
stone.
fucked up again.
Yep.
Token has been clicked.
Pardon me. I'll just keep cruising.
Hmm.
Alright, let's see what we got. Belza, Key, Kilara, Silas got a 4. And our last two, let's see what Lexa gets.
Oh yeah, Bill's with Lexa at this point.
Yeah, I'll adjust it.
Yep.
Lexa got...
Looks like I'm a little ways down on the list. Be right back real quick.
Fuck Lexa! That was supposed to be for Lexa. Um. And last but not least, what about Little Bill? Second things, we'll have Peepaw and Bill go on the same turn. Yeah, that checks out. Shit, I did it again. There we go. And descending. And starting with Lexa. And I'm pretty sure I know what we're gonna do. I just need to make sure I get the right part of it. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. And in fact, there's exactly the number of people for this. As she's just kind of give everybody this firm look, and with a little bit of just eyeing people up, start kind of giving ideas of like, some of y'all go help Peepaw, some of y'all go deal with the other thugs, and somebody take care of the bastard in the corner. And all of you are going to get the benefit of Mantle of Inspiration.
Oh.
So, you all, first off, are going to get 5 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
And secondly, you can use your reaction right now if you want to move your full movement speed.
Oh shit. 25, 30. Because these are the,
They're all Xanathar thugs. If anything, there's one extra scary one right here.
oh, there's a bastard. 15, 20, 25.
Yeah. If you'd like to move, this is your time to do so. And we'll give Key the chance to move when they get back.
I run with Belza.
Alright. Silas, are you moving?
You might be muted.
No.
Okay. Just making sure. And with that, Lexa's probably just going to... Actually, let's see if Lexa picks up on one particular detail. Oh, she knows. And with a little bit of an encouraging smile, she's gonna put Bill down. And just kind of like, you do not leave this area. You got it? And very, like, enthusiastic, determined nods. But with that, Kilara.
Kilara is going to do something a little different than
Ooh.
usual. I'm going to use my action to once again activate my ability, Hunter's Mysticism. However, the second part of this, it says, you can cast Protection from Evil and Good, but you cannot cast it again with this feature until you finish a long rest. I am going to use this because it is touch. I'm going to touch Belza, and kind of, I'm saying, so this, again, I don't do classic magic, but with this, I'm saying kind of under my breath, a little Kuwari, maybe a familial prayer, and I'm going to just tap as I run by, because I have my 2 Kukri out. I tap Belza and give you Protection from Evil and Good, which does this.
I was just pulling it up to double check.
Yep. It basically, you are protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. It grants several benefits. That gives disadvantage on attack rolls against you, if they are of those types. But also, you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. So.
Sounds good. All right.
And I will use that as my action. I don't really have anything else that I can use as a bonus action because I'm at full health at the moment. So I'm going to stick it out there.
Sounds good. Belza.
Alright, using a new ability as my action, going to activate my Armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
So anything that hits me is going to get fucking dicked with cold damage. And I would like to
Nice.
rage.
Rage on.
That's action bonus action, because I Didn't remember to set up armor like this before running in, so my fault.
All good. You're fine.
But yeah, I am in front of this guy's motherfucking face, and I am raged out of my mind because how dare they even lay hands on these children?
Yeah. With that, Key, are you back by chance?
Yes.
So two
So,
things actually happened before this. You got Mantle of Inspiration with some temporary hit points. So you can actually move your movement speed if you want, like before your turn even starts.
hmm. Pretty sure she would go. Let's see, 5 and 15. She'd be going towards this way, so she'd probably be about there.
All right.
And
And now it's properly your turn. What do you want to do?
I mean, first and foremost, there's a nice cluster of people. So get it clicking over to spell shenanigans real quick.
And just so we know, where are the hostages?
They're gonna be behind Peepaw. So just
That's actually one thing I was gonna ask. Like, how damaged or like hurt does he look currently?
Peepaw looks a little rough.
Alright. So I'm going to use bonus action to cast Healing Word at 2nd level. So he will heal that much.
Okay.
And then double checking one thing on this. Yep, okay. And to this schmuck, I am casting Ice Knife
Sounds good.
with action. Does a 15 hit him?
A 15 will hit.
Okay. Just gonna roll all of that. And then for the cold damage, they have to make a dex saving throw. If they succeed, they don't take the cold damage. If they fail, they take it. And anything within 5 feet has to do the same thing.
Alright. So we got the stabby. And
The-
now we need to make 3 dex saves.
The safe word is 14. And I believe it's half on a... Nope, it's just... Nope, it is just if they succeed the save, they don't take the cold.
Alright. So we'll say this one was able to kind of duck out of the way. The other 2 failed, so they'll take the full 14. So... Cool.
And that is it.
Okay. And now, as he has been let off the leash, what is the baby gonna do? I think the baby... Oh, yeah. I might as well go ahead and make clear Bill's madness. He's kind of walking on the ledge. And he pulls from his fluff a tiny bongo. And from the tiny bongo, he will do a single little bunk.
Bonk.
And then an explosion happens.
Oh.
Oh,
As all 4 of those people have to make con saves.
Evil bonk.
Angy bonk.
Very ingy.
Bells up.
they
first.
hurt. Peepaw.
Very much. Only 1 failed. The rest will take half damage. So they are going to take... Wow, that was a sad roll.
Oof.
Very much sad. Anyway. So that... Boom. Boom.
A slightly agitated bonk.
Boom. And... Boom. And then the only other thing that will happen is, in the traditions of chaotic holiday spirits, Bill is going to go, like, look over and just shout over, "You people!" And a little heart's gonna appear over the head. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Silas.
Silas is gonna hex this individual here, and the saving throw he's gonna have, or the abilities he's gonna have issues with, is wisdom, and then he's
Okay.
gonna cast hold person on him.
Nice. And
Sorry, hex took up my action. Never mind.
yeah, it's all good. Or actually, isn't Hex a bonus action?
Hexblade's Curse, I think, is a bonus action. I think
confirming.
Hex. I think Hex is an
Hex
action.
is one bonus action.
Oh.
Then
So,
hold person it is, as he has to be a DC 15.
I'm on it.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Wisdom save at disadvantage. Boop. Ba-doop boop. They failed. Shocker.
And I'm done.
And they are on the lock.
Oh, if they get hit, it's going to fucking make hurt.
It is indeed. Moving on. It is now Alexa's turn. And, probably just to try to help give this... Actually, I know exactly what's gonna happen. As Silas, you see Lexa kind of just lounging on the back wall, and she starts saying something, in a dark chant. Belza, you can kind of clearly understand what's going on. Kilara, it's not quite there. You can tell it's some form of curse.
Mm-hmm.
As this dude is going to get a iron crown on their head. As they go a little bit feral.
Oh.
And will just kind of passively point to one of the people beside them. And it is now their turn. And first off, Silas, remind me about breaking out a hold person. What am I having to roll?
You will have to roll a wisdom saving throw for each of its turns. It's not going to make another wisdom saving throw. So
Yes,
at the end of its turn,
Yeah, it's burnt the turn. It just tried to break out, failed. That's it.
it has, and it still has disadvantage.
Yeah, trust me, it failed miserably. As for our crazy lad gonna do what crazy lad do, and is going to attempt to smack the shit out of one of its members. And will succeed, bagging it in the head once for 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And then will they be able to break out? They will. As, the whole slap happens, and then it's just like, hey guys, everything okay? And this dude that got smacked is probably just gonna burn their turn, turning to like, what the f*** are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
This one is gonna attempt to smack Peepaw. And will succeed, hitting for 10 points of damage altogether. And last one will also attempt 2 for Peepaw. And only hit once. For 4 points. And as for our others... There we go. 2 are going to attempt to attack Bill. And Bill's going to get hit for 14 points of damage.
Not the baby.
And probably just, end up doing a little bit of a roll and you just kind of hear a sad squeak. And the other two are going to attempt to shoot one Silas, one Lexa with a crossbow. Let's see.
Doing the 19
Okay.
AC now.
And don't worry, you honestly, you didn't even need to. As one goes and just shoots wide. The other, like, it's about to hit Lex and she just kind of slouches down a little bit. But that is it. Kilara.
Kilara has the two Kukri, and I'm going to wing one at one person and one at another, using my 2-weapon fighting. I want to throw at, I guess I'll throw at the guy that's been hit, and I'll throw at this guy.
Okay.
Let's see. Kukri, and that's a 14 on the first one.
That'll definitely hit.
All right. Since it's a thrown weapon, it adds 2. So it's 9 damage on the guy to the right.
Gotcha.
And the second one, offhand, that's a 16 to hit.
That'll also hit.
This doesn't add the modifier. So that's just 1, but it is a thrown weapon, so add 2 to that, so it's 3 damage to the other guy.
Got it.
And they both have kukri sticking out of them, and I'm going to use my action, or my movement, excuse me, to then do something a little unorthodox. I'm going to move behind Belza with a plan.
Okay.
That's my turn.
With that, then, Belza, you have pretty much a paralyzed man in front of you.
With a sickening grin, she's going to turn on him. Batter up,
Roll
fucker!
Roll with advantage.
This is going to hurt.
It is indeed. It was gonna be a crit either way, but now it's like, yeah. Oh God.
22 points of damage.
Definitely hurts. Fucking bad.
I don't know.
Anything else?
I have 1 attack per action, and I don't have any bonus actions, so keep it moving.
All right. E.
I'm able to see this going on the side, right?
You do.
Well, it's not going to be the piercing damage, but I'm going to be chucking Ice Knife there to get them all with the cold damage kind of deal if they
I got you.
fail it. And this will be at level 1 for spell
Alright.
slot wise, so first things first. How well does it land where I want it to go? So technically striking the ground.
Yeah, it misses, arguably.
Where would you say it lands? Because I'm aiming for here. Because regardless of whether it hits the intended target or not, it still explodes.
I'm gonna say you land short and you land in the water right here. So we're gonna have the AoE happen there.
Yeah.
So 3 dex saves.
It is just the cold damage.
Bill has no problem with this. The other 2, though, fail miserably as the water kind of splashes up and they kind of get frost under, covering them.
Yeah, so didn't get all 3 of the ones like I intended, but I got 2 of them with cold damage. That's good enough.
Oh, that's good.
And then, do I have any bonus action shenanigans? Anyone take damage that I can technically see?
Honestly, besides Bill, I think, and Silas still being a little bit hurt.
I'll probably cast Healing Word on Silas.
Alright.
So, you heal that much.
Okay, I was about to say you
Silas back to
did.
max.
I'm actually pretty healthy.
But with that,
That's-
Peepaw is going to do things. Let's see. Probably doing the one that had his back turned, spent his whole turn cussing out the person that smacked him. Miss with the beak. Owie with the claw. As actually, I forgot. I need to do one other detail here. As that heart's gonna pop, and that's enough for it to hit twice. As this dude just gets the combo of the afterlife and dies.
Perish, McBitch.
And as the heart pops, an explosion happens.
Oh.
And let's make sure.
Go Bill.
Yeah. 2 con saves. Told you, there's one thing Bill loves: explosions. So the one that was kind of, a little bit in a daze anyway gets another blast in the back of the head for 4 points of thunder damage.
Oh, nice.
With that though, for Bill, after getting owies and not being happy with the owies, is probably going to do a new toy. As kind of one of those things where you'll kind of hear a deep breath, and as the exhales, you'll see a bunch of playing cards kind of fly out of the fluff. And the 3 thugs right here are going to make dex saves. And they all fail. As they are going to get pelted with magical playing cards. And they'll take, as soon as I can... I love when I have, as a DM, have too many windows up. 15 points of force damage. Jesus, Bill.
Nice.
I'm serious. The DM rules have been nuts today.
Mm-hmm.
And better yet, in the process of this, they are all blinded. And with that, having the opportunity, Bill is going to scuttle away. Just kind of sandwiched between, scuttling behind Silas and Lexa.
I'm just imagining Bill scuttling away going,
Naughty.
Very much. With that, though, Silas, there are 3 very prime targets if you want to deal with them. Or what would you like to do?
Silas is just gonna walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here, away from that mess over there, and he's going to cast Eldritch Blast at that guy.
Alright. Attack
Is it
rolls with
with advantage? Okay, cool. We're gonna do that.
And not to mention with the whole person, hits shall crit.
Fishing for crits. Doesn't matter, it hits.
It's still crits.
I have Agonizing Blast on. When we crit, we roll the dice twice, or
Yep,
does that
double
work?
the dice. You got it.
Right. So that's gonna be 2d10 plus 5.
And your 2d6 for Hex.
Which
Right.
the 2d6 are also doubled.
Or, no, it's normally
No, it's a
1d6.
d6, so
So, 2.
Yeah, you're right.
18
Very
there,
good.
and then 2d6 of necrotic.
damn.
You
Very
can see that
nice.
Silas's eyes have a very distant, I'm going to kill things.
Mm-hmm.
Silas? Roll me a d20.
I
Okay. We'll come back to that. Moving on. Or, sorry, anything else, Silas?
That's it.
Alright, just wanted to make sure. Alexa... Let's see here. Probably enjoying some of the madness that's going on. It's gonna turn to the one that's like next to Bill. Start chanting another curse. And another crown's gonna form on this one. Over here. And just point to the blind people. Run, have that one run up. And hit for 13 points of bludgeoning damage on a blind man.
Ooh.
Actually, okay, yeah, 13 points. And actually, that's enough.
Good night, big bitch.
And do they snap out of it? They do not. And she's literally just on the corner, just pointing like, next. Next. Meanwhile, our other rolls. What about the captain? Still paralyzed.
Suffer.
Actually, yeah, still paralyzed, just barely. And as for our 3 up here, seeing the problems, we'll have 1 there. And the other 2 are going to continue trying to do something to Peepaw. This poor dumbass going to attempt to smack you, Belza.
Good luck.
Shocker. They failed. And the other 2 will attempt to smack Peepaw. And we'll be hitting twice. One of those was a crit. For a total of 15.
Mm.
Ooh. Actually, the one that just moves up to Belza, fun little tidbit. I can use my reaction, Halo of Spores.
Ooh.
On saving throw, DC 14.
Con save. Failed.
They take that much in necrotic damage.
This poor dude. He was possessed for 1 minute. Now he got yelled at. Now he's choking on spores. He's having a bad day.
That's what happens when you fuck with children.
Meanwhile, our 2 blind people are gonna go try to smack some sense into their friend. Too bad they're blind.
Trying to smack the stupid out of him.
One of them just epically failed. The other's gonna hit at least once for 6 points of bludgeoning. And that is it. Moving on, Kilara.
Kilara, earlier threw the kukri and then did like a spin move juke around behind Belza, who's much larger than Kilara.
Yeah.
And when I emerge on the other side, I want to use my action to activate the Hat of Disguise to make myself look like the captain.
Oh.
5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm going to go up to this guy and say, "Give me a weapon. Come on!"
How dumb is he?
Roll me a persuasion.
Would this be at advantage by chance because of my current guise?
I'm gonna say it's a straight roll, sadly, because the captain's literally right behind you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's one of those where, at the very least, he's just confused.
Hmm.
And as soon as that confusion is like, what's going on? And he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
You tried. Yeah, he's very much in that, like, you know, the very confused overload.
Mm-hmm.
As what was supposed to happen is clearly going horribly wrong. But that's it. They're not giving it up. What do you want to do,
Okay.
Kilar?
I've got nothing else. I can't use I don't have bonus actions.
Making sure. Belza.
Time to rip and tear. This man has the audacity to be alive still. Time to fix that. With an 18 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
And it's a crit anyway, so... Guess he's still frozen in place.
He is.
That one had a fucking spin on it, Jesus.
Okay.
Just ripping and tearing.
Yeah, another big smack. Still up.
I'm gonna move in just a little smidge, just so that I also have Kilar's back on this.
Alright.
Just keeping within the aggression range.
Gotcha. With that, key.
So, yeah. So going to burn wild shape, but not to turn into anything, but to empower the spores.
Mm-hmm.
And with bonus action, yeah, I'll cast Healing Word on Bill.
Yay, boo-boos.
And that'll be it.
Got it. And Bill is seeing the perfect opportunity for a cluster. The bongo returns.
Also, with the
Custom-
empowering thing, 12 temp HP to myself.
Very nice. With another bonk and 3 con saves. For our lovely little thugs. And they all failed. And much better. As there's now a crater.
Oh boy.
That one's gonna survive barely. And this one's gonna survive barely. Got it. And if anything, does Bill perceive what's going on? Probably not quite. Just gonna kind of sit kind of safe in the corner. Silas, what do you want to do?
Shooting again.
Still with that lust for killing?
Yep.
Make me the roll.
Twelve.
Roll me the damage.
It's a crit, right?
Yep. Whole
Mhm.
person still active.
I'll just roll the hex first.
Okay.
With agonizing blast. And that's it.
Silas, tell me, how comfy do you feel with your Eldritch Blast? Do you think you know it?
I know how to use it.
Then I'm gonna say you feel like as you kind of pull it back, you can feel at first where it's just like, I'm gonna miss, but I want these people fucking dead. And you swear you hear a laugh coming from behind you. As you pull the trigger, and the blast is like amplified times 10. And the cabin that's frozen explodes, pierces past them, and actually curves and ends up hitting the other one as they both fall dead.
Hey!
Silas then
Nice
turns
shot.
and points his gun at this guy. Silas is not paying attention to Belza. Still murder in his eyes. Focuses and casts Hex on him, giving him disadvantage on, let's say, Hex only affects saving throws, right? Or ability check.
I think it's one or the other. Can't remember.
One ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. Strength.
You got it. And with that, I forgot to give Peepaw their moment to attempt to murder something. So Peepaw will attempt to murder this last schmuck. And... oh, this dude's fresh. Gets a clear peck and you're just like, ah, my head! Meanwhile, Lex is gonna keep focusing on the crazy person. That's going to smack the shit out of this other thug. And only hit once for 4, but that is... nope, not quite. But yeah, another clean smack. As this dude's gonna struggle to try to even hit back. And miss. And does the dude snap out of madness? No!
Oof.
Meanwhile, this remaining person, the remaining 2, one is going to attempt to smack Belza. Fail. Other's
Also, that same one can't save again because he started his turn within 10 feet of me.
gonna... 16.
Okay, so succeeds.
Yeah. The other's gonna go for Peepaw. We'll hit for 8. Peepaw ain't looking good. But that is it. Kilara.
Kilara will kind of see the one guy get vaporized.
Should have given me a weapon. This would have been all fine for you.
And I'm going to pull out the boomerang and throw it at this guy still threatening Peepaw.
Okay.
Is it 26 to hit?
26 will hit.
All right. How's this guy looking?
He looks fairly fresh, honestly.
All right. I'm going to pump a superiority die into this for sharpened attack. When you damage a creature with a weapon attack, and you expend 1 superiority die to add it to the damage roll.
Sounds good. Make it so.
All right. So let's do the damage first. So that's 11 plus 2 for 13 plus 1d8.
Okay. And what's
Which
the
is 6.
Hey!
Now
So-
this dude looking sad.
19 damage. I catch it on the backswing, I guess, and as I catch it, I then sprint forward, triggering a attack of opportunity, I assume.
Yeah, this dude's gonna definitely attempt it. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boop. And we'll hit for 6.
Okay.
But with that, Belza.
Swinging around to the other guy. You think it's funny? Going after helpless kids?
And just kind of, like, he looks like shit. He's gasping for air from the spores. He's bruised and battered all over. And just kind of has a look of regret, like, you know, like he is regretting his life choices.
Enjoy your time in Avernus. And she's going to go ahead and reckless this guy.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
She's mad. She's mad.
Yeah,
Mad. 16?
definitely.
Not great damage, but
Not great, but it's enough.
Honk.
and moving up to hassle this guy and make him regret his life choices of attacking Peepaw.
Not people.
Not Peepaw.
With that, then Key.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, yeah. It's probably the closest she can get, unless... No. Nah, can get... Yeah, go here, 30. And... Let's see... with final spell slot shenanigans. Probably doing. Yeah, probably just ice knifing this guy directly.
Okay, roll with advantage.
And you. I wanted to do advantage, but okay. Fuck you, dice. Pretty sure that hits regardless.
Yeah, you hit either way. You're fine.
Alright, and both of them got to do the dex save for the cold damage.
They're both gonna fail. As the blind man finally dies. And the one that's enraged in a happy moment, like there's a moment like, yes, he's dead, and joins.
And yep, that'll be it.
And Bill, honestly, is probably just gonna use their turn to cast Healing Word on Peepaw. And heal Peepaw for 7. And then if anything, we'll also probably just go over to Silas and give a little pat on the leg and just say, I'm sorry I ruined Midwinter. And you're gonna get a little star on your shoulder. You have Bardic Inspiration.
He's not even looking at him as he casts. I'm assuming it's my turn now.
It is.
It's now his. Silas is going to cast Hex on this guy here.
Move the hex.
Yep.
And he's going to make a. He's going to do an Eldritch Blast using that Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Well, how much is the inspiration?
Roll a d6. And that'll be just enough to push over the edge. Silas, let me ask you a question. Or
Go ahead and ask.
Let me ask Silas a question. As you're still kind of in that cold, tactful mode, you're gonna hear that laugh again. It's just like, doing so good. Show me more of your soul. And what
He just-
comes next?
He, putting it out of mind, just dials in and takes the shot and narrowly avoids hitting Belza. Like, Belza can feel the force past her cheek, not touching or marring her skin, but you can feel the force of the shot.
Which actually leads to an important matter. As you fire that shot off, releasing the Bardic Inspiration as well, and you hear in the voice, you really want to kill them, don't you? As the blast hits, and definitely the dude dies, but in the process, I need Belza and Kilar to make me a con save.
12.
20.
Thank Kilar, you failed, as there's a little bit of an after force from it. Like, yeah, Belza, you felt the buzzing come by for that little extra pepper, and you kind of ducked just in time and avoid the recoil. But Kilar, you end up taking 4 points of thunder damage,
Okay.
and Peepaw will also take 4.
Silas's eyes then kind of, like, neck snap serial killer almost, just turn his head with it towards Bill, looking down on him. And his hand will go and grab Bill by, like, what he's assuming is a scruff.
You can grab him by his
And-
little scarf.
Then proceeds to take him with him out towards the shop.
Basically, like using the key for this door.
Yeah.
bad kittens don't get to see Peepaw. And I chuck him into the shop and close the door.
Okay.
And then I
Probably
proceed
as-
to take the key to the tenders, to the altar's den, open that, and go in there, closing the door, and then not even addressing the tender, just goes to his room and slams the door shut.
Okay. With that, though, we are out of combat for the rest of you.
And for one skiller, that tension for the quote unquote hangry, it seems to have left Belza.
Okay.
Kind of relaxing, looking over at Peepaw and the kids. You okay, kiddos?
And they'll just kind of nod and just kind of hugging the legs of the owlbear and be like, "People protected us."
Good job, big guy.
And kind of a little reassuring nod.
You think you can, She kind of points in the general direction that she thinks the, that 13 Lives shop is. Visit the kid when you get time. He'll be happy to see you.
Kind of with a calm nod, just start walking their way back.
Kids are probably in tow.
Yeah, kind of on the back, and you'll hear as they leave a voice that you didn't expect, sounds like an adult man, just says, "Thank you all."
And like keep probably hearing that just no problem. Have fun. Good luck. Don't get caught by the guards. And at this point, it'd probably just like turning to Lexa. Silas is in a pissy mood. Looking over towards Belza. I don't know about your sister. Good luck.
She's used to my shit. Kind of walking up. I'll fill you in.
Kind of has a little bit of a disgruntled look.
TLDR. Kid wanted to see ya, Peepaw. Couldn't say no to the kid. Couldn't leave him alone either. And kind of pointing over at Kilar. They wanted to go in and check things out. I wasn't gonna leave him alone. You know me.
Like he would interject at this point of being like, I was the one carrying the kid. Kind of had no choice, but also kind of wanted to see what the guy was up to.
What's up with y'all and Silas?
And even Key at that point would just be like, kind of like shrugging, looking at the other two, like, mind filling me in too?
He tends to push things when he shouldn't. I feel better.
Do you get mad at me when I push you all the time?
It's not like how you do it. You do it because you give a fuck. He
Who
does it
says
just to
he
do
doesn't?
it.
Who says he doesn't?
Listening to this one, Key's probably be like, he might care as well, just poor way of going about it?
Different people work different ways. That's why you have to learn to cooperate with people, honey.
I try. But God, he really pushes my buttons.
Look, not everybody's perfect. Just got to figure it out. 'Cause I'm not going to be here all the time. Silas can't drag me away every time something goes wrong.
Didn't expect him to. That's on him.
As Kilara, all this is happening, like, you have to work together, everything else, and Kilara's sitting over here just taking thunder damage and blood splatter of the guy that they were going to, their next move was hopefully to try and pin him down and question, like, what they intended to do, like, what was their whole purpose. And this guy basically just got obliterated, and all these things, like, you know, having basically gotten essentially sort of shot by a teammate, and then the teammate just kind of bamfed out. They're kind of just like, they wipe the blood off their hand, and they're still ringing in their ear, and they're just kind of looking down at their hand, like they look a bit pissed off and disappointed, and they're kind of just, they breathe a heavy sigh and go,
Yeah, teamwork. Gotta work on that.
Well,
At that point, he'd probably be like, like goes to like try to cast shit out, offers healing potion if you need it.
I'll be alright. I'll be fine.
well, if it makes you feel any better, I can tell you a little bit about that last spell. That last one, it wasn't Silas's fault you got hurt, hon. That was Bill, the little sweetie. They actually kind of like me in a way, but with a twist.
And just kind of, bard of sorts?
Yeah, and they kind of have a way to, you know, make actions pop, I guess. You just got
Kilara.
caught in the crossfire by accident.
Yeah, Kilara will look back at Lexa and say,
Yeah, but that look in his eye said otherwise.
Yeah, worries me too, but
It's just kind of, you guys did kind of go into that person's house. It's probably what he's pissed about.
We'll suck it up.
again, we just gotta figure it out and work it out. But anyway,
Where's the
you
top?
guys- yeah, I think he was. Last I saw, Silas literally opened one of the doors and yeeted him inside. I'm guessing, hoping, yeeted Bill back, the little one, back to back home.
Just kind of a, knowing Silas, definitely.
mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
And
little
then
one
knowing
gets-
him, probably went to Tender and to his room.
I don't know about you, but I need a nap.
Yeah. I think I need to think for a minute.
I'm gonna look up at. Are we in the tavern currently?
Still
Where
on
are
the
we?
sewer, probably.
Yeah, you're still in the sewers right now, honestly.
Okay. Is this the same town that the shop is in?
Yes.
Like at that point, even Q would probably be like, we could probably check in on Bill first, then go back to Tavern?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I want to check on the kid.
Easy enough. Where I will say you guys kind of walk back. It's late. The little stalls have kind of closed down. Everything's quiet. And you return to the 13 Lives toy store,
Mhm.
finding Carl and Bernard kind of chilling out. But over by the fireplace, kind of curled up asleep, is Bill, sitting on a bunch of furs.
Is it? Does it look like it's locked up? They're closed for the evening.
No.
Is there, like, on the way through? Could I have maybe? Are there shops? Are there anything? Is there anything along the way?
What are you looking for exactly?
I want to try and find just something. It doesn't have to be anything much, but just maybe like something that says like. I want to. Let me check my inventory first, real quick. I'm not gonna give him some guy's pants. That'd be rude.
What are you looking for specifically?
Yeah. Is there anything just anything that I would determine maybe he would like? We have a very limited interaction with Bill. He seemed to like food, but he gave the food away.
Roll me an insight.
An insight.
In fact, you can roll insight if you want on this one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no. Like he would definitely be kind of curious as to like, all right, what was up with Bill for most of this?
Say,
I know what I want to get him.
well, let's give this a little bit of information too, because it might help. You can kind of tell that a lot of Bill's night, besides being excited to see Peepaw, a lot of his actions were almost like him trying to do better. You know, there was sneaky that was involved, but in the end, they were trying to do good stuff. And maybe the best gift you could give Bill is just recognition that they did good.
Yeah. I will say, can I look for, like, is Peepaw a prominent figure? Like, would that be prominent enough that people would, I don't know, maybe make like a stuffed toy or a something, a figurine, or something of Peepaw?
Maybe not necessarily Peepaw, but you know that Peepaw looks like an owlbear.
Okay.
So you could easily kind of walk around the stalls and find like little stuffed animals and such. You can probably find one of Peepaw.
I want one like that, and if possible, to doctor it up, like go out and find like a little sack and like maybe like attach it to it, or just something to
Yeah.
modify it to make it more Peepaw.
I got you. That's definitely doable.
Okay.
Maybe
Kilara,
looking at Lexa, you think you can help doctor that up? Make it look nice?
I think we can do something with that.
I'm better with wood than I am with, well, this.
La.
No worries.
Kind of pulling out some little sewing tools. And it's like, give it here. I'm on it.
She's really good. Trust me.
Okay.
Good idea. You'll love it.
I hope so.
And we'll say for the sake of things, you will do that and you can go kind of get the drop off and it'll be a nice little gift. Meanwhile,
little
I
like
wanna
Merry Midwinter.
yeah. I want to check in on Silas. What are you doing back in your room?
Shooting a plank of wood at a wall in deep frustration.
Why do you feel you're in deep frustration? Why does Silas feel frustrated?
He's frustrated with his teammates. He's frustrated at mostly at Belza and Kilara. He's frustrated at the both of them. He's also frustrated about the fact that when he tried to, even though he handled it poorly, he was trying to get some help with the situation. And he just feels overall powerless to do anything, to change anything. And that he needs some sort of help in order to change things. It infuriates him. Every shot, every Eldritch Blast of this plank of wood. This thing is bored down to essentially a crater in the wall. Like it's indentated into the wall with each shot.
And literally, as this is going on, every shot, roll me one more d20.
One d20 coming right up.
As you're kind of in this, like, concentrated anger, the thoughts and the laughter becomes clearer. As it's just this level of, you really don't like them. You want to control them. You know you're better than them. You're superior. You're divine. Why don't you just come home?
Shut up! And bang.
And silence.
Shut up!
And you're alone in the silence.
He drops the gun, his hands are shaking. As he sinks into a chair with his head in his hands, and he
swipe as he runs his fingers through his hair. He looks like he's kind of losing it. Just like there's a breaking point. And he's on that very edge, and one thing could set him off to where he doesn't know what will happen. All he knows is that he is tired of being and dealing with these setbacks, these hiccups, these side gallivants, when there is something better he could be doing. Something, anything. And that's where he's kind of at in his headspace right now. He's just deeply frustrated.
Alright. How do you feel about having a visitor?
If there's a knock at the door, he will mentally project to them in their head to leave him alone, almost like a child having a tantrum. Just wants to be left alone. But if they do press in, he would have to roll I would like him to roll a wisdom saving throw to try to compose himself.
Yeah, it's one of those, you hear the knock, and there's a little bit of a sigh, as you'll hear the click, and you kind of know who's coming inside, because only one person would have a key to your room. And you see the tender leaning by the door.
Well, let's roll that wisdom saving throw. What's up?
Yeah,
And this is one I would like to not have advantage on.
absolutely. And you do a pretty good job with it.
He composes himself. His head, in his hair, on top, he kind of just lets it drape over his face, and you can see his eyes and the tiredness that he's at. And his hands go to his knees. And they relaxed nature. No arms crossed, no legs crossed, just tired, drooping expressions and body language. And what do you want?
Only to check in.
You
Kind of
checked
came
in.
in a hurry.
Yes. I'm kind of done with today, and I very much like my private space.
I assume that's fair. Mind if I ask you one question before I leave you be, though?
Knowing your sassy self, you're probably going to ask it regardless if I said yes or no. So go ahead, ask.
Did the bonding go that poorly?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person on this one. I'm too emotionally compromised to even give you a proper response.
No.
Go ask one of the others.
I'm asking exactly the person I wanted to ask. Maybe the fact that you decided to just come in early, maybe the fact that you even found these people in the first place that are driving you up the wall. Maybe it's just fate. Hopefully they have something in store for you. Have a good night, Silas. And may the morn greet you with a little bit of warmth. And we'll close the door behind her.
If there's any warmth left in this cold, shapeless.
Back to you guys, the rest of you.
Yeah.
You've made the delivery.
Mm-hmm.
You've dropped it off. Do you want to wait and see if Bill, wait to see Bill get it, or?
Yeah, I want to go in and say Happy Midwinter to the little guy. I want to like do the whole shebang of like Like
Personal
I think,
deliver.
yeah,
Yeah,
personal
okay.
delivery. Come in and give them a little scritch and like a hug, and just say "Merry Midwinter." And
Yeah, and they'll be
they
very
try.
excited as, you bring up this little owlbear plushie. It's about the size of him, and just
Aw.
gives it a big hug. And we'll kind of go and hug your leg, Kilar.
It wasn't. It wasn't me. It was all of us. It's for you.
Happy Midwinter, kiddo. You were very
Yeah.
brave today.
And just kind of looking at the two that are like either conked out or like partially awake, just kind of like he kind of just sorry about Silas.
It's alright. It happens. Family's family. Even if you're pissy at them, you gotta learn to love your family.
And at that point, he'd just kind of be like nodding, going, "Found family or otherwise," though kind of looking towards the door. Not sure what he views us as at this point.
You made it together this long. You're fucking family. Just get over it.
I don't know. I think he hates me. And he's been
Kilara.
well, he's been
Uh,
rubbing me the wrong way. I don't hate him. He just frustrates me.
It's okay. He frustrates me too, but again, you're stuck together, so figure it out.
Just
I
wish
don't
he
know.
fucking apologized for the whole incident. Kind of hear her muttering in a phone again. Just took my fucking snack.
At the utterance of stuff about family and everything, you see Kilara's expression kind of dour a bit, and they give one last little like,
Merry Midwinter, kid. It's fun having you along for a ride.
You just get a nuzzle.
little scritches, and I stand up and kind of effectively the like hands in your pockets, kind of mopey, kind of back away towards the front door and wait for the others.
Are you guys gonna head on?
Give him a little scritch and a little, like, little peck on the forehead. Good job. Get some rest.
He'd probably be like, "You guys go ahead. I'm gonna chill a little bit longer."
Alright, meet you at home.
What are you trying to do, Key?
Like he would probably like look at Bill and just hand him like of that 20 gold pouch, just like 5 gold, and just be like, "Didn't exactly get food for yourself, so hopefully this'll make up for it." And then also kind of like looking at him and just, "Can you keep a secret?"
Hold on 1 second. Bill's gonna check something here. Bill kind of looks at the coins you're holding and looks at your pouch and just kind of headbutts your hand closed, being like, "It's fake."
And just kind of not surprised on the tender. So she's just gonna like take the full 20 gold pouch and just being like, "What is it actually then?"
And actually, as you go to open up the pouch, the 3 gold that you how much gold did you pull out of the pouch the first time?
Like 5.
That 5 gold's been replaced. There's still 20 gold inside.
And it's just looking at the pouch. The fuck is this about?
Just kind of shrugs, like,
Oh no, I know it's fake. I make
It-
stuff too.
and you'll see he'll from the floof pops out a bag that matches the one you have.
He's just gonna kind of like, "All right, note to self, ask tender on this." He puts the pouch back to her side and just being like,
Is it
"Forgive
the one that,
me,
is it
did
the one
not
that,
know."
that Carl gave? Or is it, like, the one that
It's
was for tender?
The tender.
The tender.
Like, he's just gonna like, "Apologies, did not realize what this actually was, but question still stands. Can you keep a secret?" I'm guessing the other two have already like gone through already.
Uh-huh.
Lexa as well. And at this point, Keel just kind of like look to Carl and Bernard. They're both knocked out at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And in front of Bill, she'll turn into her actual pixie size and just kind of like flit around him.
Piggy.
And then just kind of like hug into his floof and then just be like, seriously, do not tell anyone. Like she's doing this like in pixie form in front of him, like hands like bow pleading thing.
Okay.
And then she'll just kind of fly a little bit away, go back to the disguise form, kind of like once over, make sure all the proportions are right, and just being like, okay, happy Midwinter. And she's gonna go into the tavern herself.
Key, roll me a perception check.
Perception. So I'm guessing the door was closed when all of them left.
Yeah.
All right, perception wise,
It's pretty even as you
Pizza.
as you kind of open the door. You're kind of walking back, and there's a split second, and you're like, "Why is the door, not opening, like not closing properly?" And you see Bill's head, kind of stuck in the door.
like she'd probably stop, open it, push him back, and just be like,
No,
"Not supposed to come in here."
no. And actually, about the time that happens, the door does close as Bill kind of gets scooched back. He opens out a paw, and the paw melts a little bit, and there's a little black puddle on the floor.
And it's just, hopefully he's fine.
And about the time that happens, the tender's gonna kind of be sitting at the bar like, "Hope what's fine."
And just kind of, she kind of closes the door, kind of breathes, turns, and just had someone try to join me. You know how well that's gonna work.
Rule number 2. Kind of walks over, looks at the little puddle. It's like, oh, what's this new? Pulls out a little dropper in a little vial. Kind of sucks up what she can and puts it in the vial. It's like, oh, let me see what I can do on this. Don't worry, though. I'm pretty sure the little one's not going to be walking around without a paw.
It's just a moment of, oh, thank God. Also, holds up the pouch. Fake?
Yeah, about that. Look, people aren't going to get mad if some gold vanishes from their cupboards every once in a moon. That's meant to help, again, only with food and beverages and such. You start using that shit on, I don't know, powerful items, making deals or whatever. The moment that money disappears, they're gonna know it was you.
And it's just one of those moments of like, so it does exist, but doesn't at the same time. But it's still fake money?
It's real in any form that you want it to be. It's just that after a couple of hours out of sight and out of mind, it disappears.
And he's just gonna kind of like, one hand, neat, cool. Same token,
Use it or not, I don't give a shit.
and it's just kind of those moments of like, just puts the pouch back onto her like side and just like, I'm definitely keeping it separate from everything else though, but will do.
And with that, the rest of the night goes without a hitch, as that concludes tonight's session.
Yay.
Thank you everyone for joining. We're gonna go ahead and at least stop the recording for now. Thank you for joining us for this episode. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
And a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll be continuing in the new year. So until then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.